Well, the temperatures outside have dropped to a yearly low. The temperatures and intensity here within the Manitoba Midget AAA Hockey League are starting to rise as we approach the midway point of the regular season with 22 games down and 26 to go, a point where some say playoff pictures start to take shape. Teams are vying for position to hold pace with the playoff line and keep those championship dreams far away from freezing out right along with the Manitoba weather. This pregame show is brought to you by Pembina Valley Chrysler. Well, good morning and welcome along the Manitoba Sports Network. My name's Rory McGoran, alongside my broadcast partner, Theo Tutkaluk. As always, whenever you do, wherever you are, we thank you for joining us along the Manitoba Sports Network for Manitoba Midget AAA hockey matchup between the second-place Winnipeg Wild. They will play host to the sixth-place Pembina Valley Hawks. I want to start with the standings. Both teams in different positions. As the defending champions, Winnipeg Wild are chasing down the top spot in the league, just 4 points behind the league-leading Brandon Wheat Kings. Meanwhile, the Pembina Valley Hawks are sitting nicely in sixth. So just touch upon what it's like for both teams here. One, having, the privilege to be able to chase down the top spot and maybe not focus too much on the playoff line, but still be motivated to try to grab first place in the league and show everyone that they are the best here in the Manitoba Midget AAA Hockey League. Meanwhile, the Pembina Valley Hawks are trying to, every win, every point is crucial while they try to create a little space between them and the playoff line with the halfway point of the season becoming very quickly.
Good evening, Roy, and it's a very important position for both teams when you think about the idea of a sixth-place team wanting to progress and learn and fix the mistakes as quickly as possible, because every point is a necessity for the Pembina Valley Hawks. They also want to show that they're not a team that can be taken lightly any game during the regular season, whether it be a home or away game. And as for the Wild, they're the perennial favorites every year when it comes to AAA midget hockey. They won last year. They've got a phenomenal record this year. Their goals against is phenomenal. Their goals for is number 2, I believe, in the league. And this team, they may not have as many faults, but they certainly do not want to look at anything that they're doing wrong and see that get out of hand. They want to make sure they nip everything in the bud as quickly as possible, continue on their strengths, and more importantly, show each team that they play that this is their league. This is who they're going to have to go through if they have any wit, shape, or form to try and win this division.
The Wild score a lot of goals.
Do they ever?
Second in the league with 128 goals for on the year in the 22 games that they've played. And if that's not enough offensive firepower for the opposing team, they don't let in a lot either. First in the league, 48 goals, getting past goaltenders Miles Minor and Caden Kilpatrick. Opposing teams coming into this building, and if they're in their own building, facing the second-place team in the League of Wild, what do they do to not only try to stop the offensive powerhouse that is the Wild, but then try to slide in goals which have not come that plentiful here against the Winnipeg Wild?
You look at Miles and you look at Kilpatrick, and Kilpatrick's going to be starting tonight. It's like that Rubik's Cube you just can't figure out. You sit there and you play with it in the kitchen, you play with it in the living room, you play with it before you go to bed. The opposing teams, 48 goals against, that's just over 2 goals a game against the Wild, and there hasn't been a solution or in trying to figure out how to put more than 3 or 4 goals against this Wild. And then furthermore, you have to face the fact that they've got 140 some odd goals for, and that's incredible because the offensive power is an absolute juggernaut, and their defensive power is such a stifling, mesmerizing. It's like almost facing like the Roman Empire in the early first century. You just can't beat them. You have no idea what's going on, and they know it. And that's the beauty of the Wild. They know how strong they are in every single facet of this game as they take the ice here tonight. We're looking for a good, strong game. And Pembina Valley, for them, I think they just have to figure out and stick to a game plan that's simple and sweet and well-structured, that does not affect their game, but will affect the Wild as much as possible.
And quickly, just a couple players to watch on either side. You got about 30 seconds here.
I'm looking forward to seeing 6'5", 200-pound Ryan Gottfried on the point, and all the Bs. We were talking about it before the game. There's so many Bs on that line and that lineup for the Wild.
Virgin, Borger,
yeah,
Bettens.
We'll try to keep them as quick as possible, try to keep them as organized as we can. as for the Pembina Valley Hawks, I mean, it's going to be, I think it's not just one player we're going to focus on tonight.
Team effort.
It's going to be a team effort. It's going to be something that you look at how this team in red is going to have to solve the white team tonight, and it's going to be 4 full lines. It's going to be 3 full D heading out.
Well, tonight's game between the Pembina Valley Hawks and Winnipeg Wild is brought to you by the Aveda Institute.
Want a career in the salon industry but have no experience? Aveda Institute's program is designed to provide aspiring stylists with the solid technical foundations and business tools to achieve your success. With our in-house store and salon, knowledgeable educators, 95% placement, and our 9-month course, we will have you prepared for the demands of the industry. Now accepting applications for our January class, Aveda Institute Winnipeg. Hair school, the way it should be. See us today.
Welcome back here to the Bell MTS Iceplex, a meeting here in the Manitoba Midget AAA Hockey League between the 6th place Pembina Valley Hawks and the 2nd place Winnipeg Wild. Second meeting of the two. Winnipeg Wild took a close matchup, a 4-3 victory in overtime in their first meeting dating way back to October 28th. So these Hawks know how to hang with these Wild.
They do, and that was a game certainly a lot earlier in the season, and I think there's been several games played. Look for the Wild and look at their offense. They have 6 players that average over a point a game to the 3 for Pembina Valley. Look for their offense to take over right away.
Well, puck is dropped, and we are on our way here between the Winnipeg Wild and the Pembina Valley Hawks. Here at the Bell MTS Iceplex, puck is shoveled down to the quick tip in front from a shot by Noah Gertzen from the point. Steered aside by the goalie in Kilpatrick. Puck shoveled up to the front, backhand pass just under the stick of Penner. Onto the far side corner boards. Shovels up the front. McCarthy corrals that. Looking for a centering pass. Onto the stick of Penner. Blocked nicely there by Kluchuk off his skates. Now here come the Wild back the other way. And Kluchuk taking it wide. Throws it behind the net of goaltender in Martin Gagnon. Puck stopped and pinched along the boards. Does McCarthy to one of the forecheckers for the Wild. Shoveled out back to the point. Stopped there nicely by Shatsky. He wrists a shot and he scores! Quick goal for the Wild. Matt Shatsky with a low wrist shot from the point. 46 seconds into this game. And that offensive powerhouse, like you were talking, strikes early. It's 1-0 for the Wild.
First minute, clearly Gagnon had no idea where that shot was coming from. It might have been tipped in front, but nonetheless, there were bodies in front. That is a great solution. A great way to come out on top for the Wild. Just really great possession inside the lower circles there. Back to the point, D to D. Shot, easy goal.
And like they preach all the time, just get the puck to the net wherever it's coming from. That time a point shot from Matt Shatsky. 1-0 for the Wild. Face off. It's center ice, won by the Hawks. Sent to the blue line. Not further there. Just stopped by the defenseman holding the blue line. In comes Kyle Benz with some speed. Takes it wide. Goes to the forehand. And great save there by Gagnon, kicking that aside. Whistle blown. I believe did the net come off a bit?
Yeah, the net has been dislodged on the left side there. So on the right side, but I mean,
Kyle Bettens with a lot of speed there on the near side boards. 33 points in 22 games. One of 6 players for the Wild scoring at a more than a point per game rate. Face off to the glove side of goalie Gagnon. It's won there by the Wild on the stick there of Bryant. He's going to take it, shovel out in front off the side of the net. Corralled by Bettens. Number 22 back to the point, onto the stick of Bergen. He just shovels that back down low, back behind the net. It's on the stick of Bryant. He's being pinched along the wall by the defenseman for Pembina Valley in Klippenstein. Out comes on the near side boards here in Jose. Mitchell Jose. Good cycle here for the Winnipeg Wild as Kyle Benton spins off a check, gets into the slot, looking for a little bit of room, can't squeeze off a shot. Puck goes into the far side corner. Nice hit in the corner there by Kyle Bettens. Flattens out one of the Pembina Valley Hawks defensemen in Logan Rose. But Rose gets back up, gets the puck, and sends it all the way down the ice. Icing is going to be waved off as this sneaks past a couple of skaters. Here comes the forecheck for the Wild, carried out by number 4 in Ryan Gottfried, the 6'5", 16-year-old for the Wild. Up to the blue line, no further, held in there by the Hawks. Down low as Sheffer pinches the defenseman and Bergen along the boards. Bergen squeaks away from that check, goes along the far side boards, flips it up high along the glass, out to center ice, shoveled back in by the captain in Nick Hatley. D-to-D pass behind the net of Kilpatrick. Puck squirts out in front. Couldn't find a stick on it. There's a tip shot in front. Good chance by Sheffer. Just missed, but not by much on the glove side of the goaltender in Kilpatrick. Pembina Valley again. Shot by Allison in front, right in the slot. Good opportunity for him. Puts it high and wide on the blocker side of Kilpatrick. Back to get that is number 4 in Ryan Gottfried for the Wild. Near side boards held in nicely there by Jacob Carrolls. Shoveled along behind the net. Back onto the far side half boards. Does get out by the Wilds onto the stick of Jacob Carrolls, and he sends it right back in on top of the goalie, Caden Kilpatrick. He sticks that into the corner. Out comes the breakup. Kraus. He's going to skate this out on his own. Has a little bit of room down the far side boards. Sends it in deep, and on the puck first is the defenseman for the Hawks. Shovels it around the boards. Near side half wall here for Tristan Day. Tried to chip it around was Riley Gertzen. He might have a 2-on-1 here with Day. Pass over to I believe, Sheffer, number 12, just ahead of him. Puck squirts out to the far side. Blue line kept in nicely there by Klippenstein. Klippenstein gets a second attack at it off a stick of Benedictson and goes back the other way. That's Luke Zaremit. Gets on his stick on the blue line, just gets past him as it goes back down into the Pembina Valley Hawks zone, and back the other way comes Day. One hands that around Borger. Borger, good defensive play to stop that. Back the other way. Here comes Benedictson. Whistles a shot. Just missed blocker side there of goalie Gagnon. Back up to the blue line. Held in nicely by Waite. And now Gertzen. Noah Gertzen's going to carry it out. Passes up to Spencer Kaminsky. Kaminsky goes outside and in around Borger. Borger, good play to take the body and steer the puck into the corner. Pembina Valley Hawks down 1-0 here. 4 minutes into the first period to the Winnipeg Wild. Plays at center ice. Tristan Day tried to send it in, but Spencer Kaminsky there was to help. He does. Second effort, get it in deep. And the Wild are regrouping here on the breakout. Looking for a rink-wide pass. Decides to not. Skates it up to the blue line and sends it in. Logan Rose sticked off the puck there. A centering pass looking for, I believe it was Bettens in front under his stick, but the second shot does come. That misses wide. And now Tristan Thompson shovels it back down behind the net for Fox. Fox trying to spin off the check there from Logan Rose. In to help out is Kluchuk. Kluchuk and Fox down behind the net. Comes onto the stick of Hatley. He's going to shovel that out far side to one of his wingers. And rink-wide pass to Penner. Looking for a lead man centering pass off a stick. Out of play into the bench of the Wild. We've played 4 minutes and 43 seconds here. 1-0 for Winnipeg.
Great speed by both teams here, really end-to-end action. You're seeing the Minnesota Wild getting their sticks in those passing lanes and those shooting lanes, making it super easy to get those pucks deflected to the corners. And as for the Pembina Valley Hawks, they've calmed down a little bit. Gagnon's faced a couple more shots, 3 in total right now, but he's definitely settling himself in at the beginning of the first.
Face off inside the Wild zone. Slap shot from Jacob Carrolls. Finds its way, misses the net though, not by much. Blocker side of Kilpatrick. Far side half wall here, corralled by one of the Wild's players. He's going to take it behind his net. Go to D, up to Shatsky. Shatsky is going to send it up there for Fox. Fox has Kluchuk with him, just shovels it rink wide into the corner. Touched by a high stick. No call there though. Puck on the half wall boards, far side. Scooped up by one of the Wild's players. Sharp angel shot. Shoulder save there by Gagnon. Out to the blue line, held in nicely by the captain and Wade. He's going to skate this up into the slot. Down low pass. What a move there, and they score. Tristan Thompson has the puck on a string and absolutely fools the goaltender in Martin Gagnon. Shovels it backhand low. It's 2-0 for the Winnipeg Wild.
Unreal. Great hands inside. I mean, a great pass by Waite. Everyone thought Waite was going to go cross ice to the open winger, but he shovels it over to Tristan Thompson. No relation to the basketball player, of course, but he goes backhand, forehand back to the backhand. One-hander commander, 2-0 Wild.
That goal is brought to you by MyPhone, your authorized TELUS dealer in Verdun and 2 locations in Brandon. 2-0 in favor of the Winnipeg Wild. Goal scored there by Tristan Thompson, assisted by Mason Waite. Mason Waite getting the lone assist on the official goal call here in-house. 2-0 Winnipeg, 6 minutes in. Offensive powerhouse, like you said, have struck early twice and brought the Wild up to a 2-goal lead. Puck out in front into the crease. Couple players banging away at it. Goalie and Kilpatrick was down, didn't know where the puck was. It falls out to the point, kept in there by the Pembina Valley Hawks. Right centering pass there for Penner. He couldn't quite find the handle on that. And it slips back behind the net of Kilpatrick, out to get that. And now up to Kyle Bettens. Kyle Bettens taking it down near side boards into the slot. Whistles a shot blocked there by Klippenstein. That's number 15 and Bryant with him. Back behind the net for Jose. Jose is going to send it back to Bettens. Onto the point for Gottfried. Head up. Low shot in front. Nice save there by Gagnon. He steers it aside to his winger. In Allison off the boards. Back waiting for that is Gottfried. He's going to have his puck picked by Sheffer. Sheffer looking for a pass. Slides that towards the net. Steered aside by Kilpatrick. Rebound shot. Misses wide. Comes along the boards onto the near side for Tristan Day. Tristan Day squeezing inside and out between 2 defensemen. Gets a quick shot short side. Saw there by Caden Kilpatrick. He's going to cover up for a whistle. 13-18 to go in the first.
Tristan Day taking it off the sideboards there, using his body to control not only the puck in the play, but to shield it from the defending Wild players. Gets a pretty decent shot up top on Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick able to hold on to that rebound, keep it close, and get the whistle.
Face off, glove side of Kilpatrick. Riley Gertzen in there to take it for Pembina Valley. He wins the face-off to his winger in Kaminsky. Kaminsky shovels it around the boards. Back behind the net of Kilpatrick. Good work in front. Centering pass. Big save there by Kilpatrick. Point blank on one of the forwards for Pembina Valley. Biggest save of the game for Kilpatrick. Puck comes the other way. Hard on it is Estevez. Estevez gets the puck looking for a centering pass in for Falk. The leading point scorer here for the Wild. Puck comes back to the point. Shot from Borger. Saw the whole way by goalie Gagnon. He gloves the save, but back at the other end, great save by Kilpatrick.
Just point blank, Kaminsky. All he had to do was put it 6 inches up just so it got over the pad. Just slammed it right in the middle of that white pad of Kilpatrick, keeping it 2-0. And like we said, we're seeing the Wild just control the play below those dots, those face-off dots, and causing havoc for those defensemen for Pembina Valley.
Face-off glove side in the Pembina Valley Hawks zone. One there by the Hawks. Swung around the boards for number 8 and Penner. He's looking headman pass. Intercepted at the blue line by Estevez. And back onto the stick of Michael Santor. Santor with a little bit of speed. Cross the red line. Going to shovel that in. Takes a hit from Penner. Puck does get into the Pembina Valley Hawks zone. Swung around the net. Chipped around the boards. And back come the Hawks. Centering pass. Looking for McCarthy. That's nicely sticked off the puck there by Borger. And back come the Hawks with number 12 in Falk. Falk's going to take it wide, stop up, do a little rudder move there through the skate of Riley Gertzen. Shot from Zaremit from the point, blocked, and now here comes Jaden McCarthy. Zaremit races back to get to the puck first, and help there is Michael Santor. Just going to play it back to the D and regroup here are the Winnipeg Wild. D-to-D pass up for Mason Waite. Waite, the captain for the Winnipeg Wild, drops it back for Zaremit. Luke Zaremit trying to shake off Penner. Penner has a little bit of room. He's going to send that out to, I believe, number 15 or number 19, and Bazin. Bazin now takes it wide, centering pass up back for Penner. Puck just slips into the crease, covered by Kilpatrick. We've played nearly just over 8 minutes here in the first. Shots are 7-6 in favor of the Wild, 2-0 here for Winnipeg.
We're seeing the Pembina Valley advance the puck, using the puck to their advantage. Great job by Bazin, trying to throw it at the puck. Nothing wrong with throwing a puck at the loose end. Kilpatrick covering it up.
Puck comes to the point, shot there by Hatley. That's blocked in front. Back come the Wild. Long lead pass up for Benedictson. He's being worked on there by Hatley, the captain for the Hawks. Benedictson swings it down low off the skate of the referee onto the stick of Zaremit. Back to the point, held in nicely. And back Zaremit has a little bit of room on the short side. Nice bits of play there by, I believe it was Hatley. Behind his net is Ethan Carroll. Shrugs off the hit from Zaremit. Zaremit now back to Benedictson, looking for the slot. No one's there. On hard on the puck is Belton. Throws it onto the near side half wall here. Scooped up by Ayotte. He'll ring it around the boards. This does make its way out briefly, and here comes the captain in, Nick Hatley. Hatley flips that high and deep inside the Winnipeg Wild zone. First on the puck is Ayotte, number 22 for the Pembina Valley Hawks. Mason Waite now is going to spin off the forechecker and start the breakout here for the Wild. It's on far side. Number 8 comes Tristan Thompson, goal scorer. Here's going to take it wide, try to go back to his forehand and flip it up. Couldn't quite squeeze the trigger on that shot. Play does ensue inside the Pembina Valley Hawks zone as it's nicely held on the blue line, but does get out. 2-on-1 here for Pembina Valley. Good chance for Ayotte. Ayotte fires a shot going far side pad, looking for that rebound chance. Couldn't quite find the stick of Colton Schindel. Back the other way, kept on side nicely. It was Kluchuk. He takes a fire, and that doesn't miss the net by much. I'm not sure if Gagnon got a piece of it. Nice move there by Kluchuk to stay on side, put the puck between his legs, and then muster a shot off. Back to Wild come in. Thompson up ahead to Fox. Stopped at the blue line. Back to the neutral zone to regroup. Go the Wild. Colton Schindel pins Fox along the red line. Neutral zone boards there. Shoveled in by Fox. First on the puck is Michael Santor. Trying to centering pass. No one's there. That goes all the way through everyone onto the stick of Sheffer. Touched by Sheffer. We're going to get a holding call coming here to the Pembina Valley Hawks. So the Winnipeg Wild, with a power play percentage of 16.4, are going to get their first opportunity of the game. Just want to remind you that power play is brought to you by GT Hockey.
Looks like number 10 here for the Pembina Valley Hawks, going off 2 minutes for holding. Braden Klippenstein. Just a little bit of confusion in front of the net there, who was taking who, and penalty was taken there by number 10.
Puck held in nicely by Krause. He's going to go D-to-D up to Borger. Borger down on the half wall there. Shoveled down low for Bettens. Kyle Bettens steps out front, looking for Bryant. Bryant's going to go over to Joss. Joss now takes a shot right on the crest there of goalie Martin Gagnon. He's going to cover up for a whistle. 20 seconds into this power play. One shot on goal so far.
You mentioned 16.4% on the power play for the Wild. It doesn't really matter if it's a power play or if it's going to be an even strength goal. You don't want to give this Wild team any more advantages than they already have. I mean, they're already up 2, and they're really taking it to the Pembina Valley Hawks defensive core.
Kyle Bettens wins the draw. Back to the point for Krause. He's going near side half wall here for Joss. Joss worked on by Jacob Carrolls. Does get the puck back to the point for Borger. Has a little tough time handling that one, but does chip it down to the half wall for Joss. He goes rink wide back for Krause. Krause shovels it down low. Looking for Bryant. Bryant pins it along the boards. Good work by the penalty killers there for the Pembina Valley Hawks. Puck back up to the point, kept in by Joss. On the stick is Hatley. And Hatley's going to be able to flip this down and deep. Kill off precious time here of the Winnipeg Wild power play. Back to regroup is Borger. They're going to make a half change here. Get the second unit out are the Wild. Long lead pass for Falk. Falk's going to go rink wide for Bettens. Chips it in. Falk back there to corral the puck. Centering pass a little high onto the stick of Mason Waite. Tried to maybe direct that one in with the body. Just goes past him onto the near side boards here. Waite skates it back to the point. He's going to throw it down low. Up for Falk. Falk now looking for a read. Goes back up top for Waite. Waite's going to walk the line. Shrug off the check of Bazin. Waite now back for Falk. Falk can't quite handle the pass as Noah Gertzen was hard on him quickly. Kept in by the Wild. Shatsky over to Falk. Falk, weak shot there. Tipped in front. Nice drawn up play on the power play for the Winnipeg Wild. Kept in by the captain in Waite. Up ahead for Joss. Joss goes for Shatsky. Shatsky down low for Falk. Falk walking on the half side boards, trying to step into the slot. Another low wrist shot off the skate there of Noah Gertzen onto the stick of the captain in Waite. Little saucer pass to the point. There's a one-timer from Shatsky. A rebound chance for Estevez. Great 2 saves by the goalie Martin Gagnon to keep this a 2-goal game. I
think Gagnon, that first shot, was trying to get the puck to the corner away from harm. Nonetheless, he was able to make that second save. Great job keeping that rebound in front of him. The Pembina Valley Hawks penalty kill was very impressive there. Kept the form of that box, that 4-man box. Kept the passing to the outside. A couple shots to the middle, but they were no harm as they were tipped wide of the net and wide of Gagnon.
Power play is over. 0 for 1 are the Wild on the man advantage. Play ensues inside Pembina Valley Hawks zone. Out comes Kaminsky with it. He's got Tristan Day with him on a 2-on-2. They stepped just offside. We're going to have a whistle here. We've played 12-20 here in the first. 2-0 for the Wild.
Let's see if the Pembina Valley can gain some momentum after that great penalty kill. Like we mentioned, Good structure. Need to continue that structure, get the puck deep in the Wild. They've had the chances, just haven't been able to click those final shots.
Face-off won by the Pembina Valley Hawks. Up into the neutral zone is Kaminsky. He chips that ahead for Day. He takes a check there by Shatsky. And puck falls onto the stick of one of the defensemen for the Winnipeg Wild. Intercepted in the neutral zone. Back the other way comes Riley Gertzen. Doesn't like the read, so he stops up, takes his turn, and goes back on the near side boards. Takes a big check there from Mason Waite. Puck does get in. Nick Hatley with a little bit of a pinch from the blue line. Gets it in deeper. Play ensues behind the net of Kilpatrick. Day with the puck. Tries to shovel a puck to the net. That hits the side. And back to the point for Hatley with a long slap shot. Saw the whole way by Kilpatrick. Caden Kilpatrick may not have the same stats as goals against and save percentage, but 9-0-0, and wins are all that matter.
At the end of the 60 minutes or shootouts, the bottom line is it's a W, it's a loss. They've been W's for all but 2 of these games. 1 shootout loss, 1 overtime loss for the Wild. So they're playing great hockey in 60 minutes, and they're being backed by 2 great goaltenders. Whichever starts is a key factor for them.
Face-off won by the Wild. Ill-advised pass onto the stick of Jacob Carroll's. Rebound chance for Pembina Valley. Can't quite get the rebound towards the net of Kilpatrick. Good chance there for Jacob Carroll's of Pembina Valley, but back the other way comes Kluchuk. Kluchuk's going to take a wide around Carroll's. Takes it behind the net of Gagnon. Centering pass. Carroll's gets the stick on it first. Chips that out, and back the other way come the Hawks. With number 18 in McCarthy. McCarthy now takes it wide around Burgeon. McCarthy, rink-wide pass for Penner. Sorry, that's Colton Schindel. Just a little bit ahead of him. Puck does shovel onto Kilpatrick. He steers that back behind his net. Corralled there by McCarthy. McCarthy then throws it back to his defenseman. Kept in briefly. Puck does now get out. As back the other way comes Fox. Assistant captain here for the Winnipeg Wild. Eric Fox going to skate it in. Take it wide. Stops up there. On the near side, down low, sends it back up top for Gottfried. Gottfried back to Fox. Fox tries to go inside 2 defensemen for the Pembina Valley Hawks. They strip him of the puck, flip it high off the boards, get it to the neutral zone. Gottfried's there. He's going to glove that down, shoot it right back in. Offside here is the call against Winnipeg Wild. You see those 2 imposing bodies. I mean, play give and go. And Gottfried 6'5", and Eric Fox 6'3". Two big boys here to deal with in the offensive zone.
And at the age of like 16, 17 years old, these boys are monsters. I mean, they're tall. And thankfully, they have their coordination. I know with growth spurts, usually you lose some of that coordination, but it seems like these 2 boys still have it. Unfortunately for the Wild, if there's one thing the coach got to work on, is the fact that some of those passes in their defensive zone have been missing those wingers on the half boards, just giving Pembina Valley these opportunities, just haven't been able to, follow through on them.
Joe Kraus comes in from the point, trying to shovel that in deep. It's stopped at the near side half wall here. 2 bodies in there working on it. Klippenstein gets a hold of the puck. He swings that around the goalie in Gagnon. Puck does squirt out to the neutral zone. Hard on it is number 15 for the Winnipeg Wild. Puck comes out to the point. Centering pass there. It's stopped in front. Ayotte couldn't find it. Back the other way come the Wild. And now Kyle Bettens with it. Bettens swinging down low, backhand pass to Josh. Josh shovels a backhand towards the net, stopped in front by Gagnon on the initial chance. Bettens can't find it on the second chance. Third one comes, and Gagnon steers it aside, and here comes Ayotte. Ayotte has a little bit of room down the near side boards, taking on his forehand, tries to squeeze a shot off, fans on it, and back comes Mitchell Joss with it. Joss now through the neutral zone, gets to the red line, sends it in. They're going to make half a line change here. On the puck is Esteves. Working on the defenseman in Nick Hatley. Hatley's going to get it up to Sheffer, who looks to bank it off the boards, but a little too high into the box of Pembina Valley. 4:44 remaining here in the first.
I think he's just checking to make sure his players are awake still. Just 4:44 left in this first, and pretty decent game played by both teams so far. Just like I said, those chances that the Wild are giving those Pembina Valley Hawks in their attack zone, just loose pucks. They got to just put it upstairs or find some gaping holes, but Kilpatrick's giving nothing up.
Face off here in the Pembina Valley Hawks zone. Long lead pass for Sven Sheffer. Just a little bit out of his reach. We're going to do it all over again from the glove hand side of goaltender Martin Gagnon as we got icing against the Hawks.
We've seen that a couple times from the Pembina Valley defensemen looking to stretch out the neutral zone, trying to get those Wild defensemen off the blue line, so at least the puck leaves the zone, hopefully for a long, deep pass there.
Face off won by Pembina Valley. Allison's going to skate it out, gets it to the red line, and turned over there. Here come the Wild in number 12 in Falk. Falk's going to take it on the wide side boards here on his forehand. Tries to squeeze off a shot that's off the body of Noah Gertzen. And now intercepted by the Wild. Mason Waite gets a little tripped up. No call there. Puck sues out into the slot. And back the other way come the Hawks. He's got Allison with Sheffer with him. Allison over to Sheffer. Sheffer with some room. Takes a shot. And that just misses the net. Glove side of Kilpatrick. Great opportunity for Pembina Valley there with Allison and Sheffer working the 2-on-1. Winnipeg now vying for position. Puck comes out in front of Kilpatrick onto the stick of Mason Waite. He's going to go near side to the winger and just shovel it out to the blue line where one of the defensemen for the Hawks is waiting for it. Back and forth here through the neutral zone. Mason Waite going to go up to Marco Esteves. Esteves shovels that in, goes to make a change. That's the Wild are working on the forecheck here. And Kaminsky now chips that out to the blue line, not further. As number 17 and Burgeon's just going to send that back in. Is offside going to be the call here?
I think the line official there thought it may have hit the Pembina Valley team there as the puck was re-entering into their defending zone. So a face-off here just outside the blue line with 3:27 left in the first.
Shots 12-9, favor the Wild, 2-0 for Winnipeg over Pembina Valley. The Hawks defenseman chips it out on the far side, boards there for Kaminsky, intercepted by the Wild. Again, scrumming for position here in the neutral zone. Puck does go in to the Pembina Valley Hawks zone. Back to get that is Klippenstein. Klippenstein's going to take it back behind his own net. Chip it off the boards here, far side. Stopped nicely there at the blue line by Burgeon. On the puck there is Bettens. Bettens going to try to get it out front. Back to the point for Gottfried now. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to swing it down low for Zaremit. Zaremit centering pass. A little too hot to handle for any of the forecheckers there for the Wild. And I believe this same mooring here is having a little issue. Doesn't go off by much, just by an inch, but the ref blows it down. Well,
it's good that there's only those little quarter-inch, half-inch pegs, because I remember back in the day when I was playing AAA Midget, they used to have like 3 inches of rubber stuck in those paths, and you had to hit something pretty fierce to get those posts off. So it's definitely a safety thing, and that's all right to get a couple more whistles. Not too bad.
Face-off glove side of goalie Gagnon, won by the Wild on the stick of Gottfried. Takes a shot, and they score. Ryan Gottfried from the point. 3-0 Winnipeg.
That's a second shot let in by Gagnon from the point up high, as if he's looking for something down low to be tipped. Now, I know the PV head coaches are looking for a high stick here. We get a bit of a discussion here happening by the penalty boxes by the two officials and the linesman. Whether or not that's the call, I'm not too sure, but so far it looks like a good goal here, 3-0 Wild. But like we mentioned, Gottfried got that quick release wrist shot, and it was staying up high. And I mean, for the Pembina Valley goalie, that's the second shot from the point that's been high, and just hasn't been able to track it very far from a 60-foot distance.
Well, after the refs have their little discussion, one comes to center ice. That's going to be a good goal. Ryan Gottfried, his second of the year, 11th point for the 6'5" defenseman for the Wild. 3-0 here, Winnipeg. 2:44 remaining in the first. That goal is brought to you by MyPhone, your authorized TELUS dealer in Verdun and 2 locations in Brandon. Play ensues inside the Winnipeg Wild zone. Puck comes out in front of the net. Not sure if Kilpatrick was set and ready for that in between the 6x4, but the Wild did do a good job on the defensive end. Stripped off the puck there by McCarthy. McCarthy has 3 defensemen there to try to work around. It does come to the corner, far side, and outskate come the Wild in number 8 in Tristan Thompson. He goes near side here for Kluchuk. Back to Thompson, inside and out. Nice move by Thompson. Tried to go short side above the blocker of Gagnon. Couldn't quite get the lift on that needed to put that in the soup can, but good save by Martin Gagnon. 3-0 here for the Wild. Tristan Thompson. How about him, Theo? He's been showing off some brilliant hands early in the first.
I didn't have enough time to get to my second player to watch for the Wild. I mean, my first guy, Godfrey, he got a goal, the third goal here in the period. And, I mean, Tristan Thompson, he's dangled. He's got some dangles. What can you say? He's left, he's right, he's in, he's out. He's crisscrossing, he's stealing jockstraps every time he gets around a defender. It's fantastic to see. But thankfully, I mean, he's only got 1 goal right now, and I think we're going to see a too many men call here for Pembina Valley. He got caught on a change there. It's unfortunate.
Power play is brought to you by GT Hockey. Second opportunity here for the Wild. I'll mention Tristan Thompson's stats. One of the 6 players on the Wild with a point per game. Here's Bettens on the far. Goes down low for Joss. Joss is going to go back up to the point for Borger. Borger now. Back half wall here for Joss. Joss goes down low for Bettens. Kyle Bettens in front for Jose, I believe. And that's just under his stick. Sorry, that was Bryant. Caden Bryant just under his stick. Now Bettens has it in the high slot. He's going to send that back to the point for Joe Kraus. Just shovels that down low for Bryant. Bryant is going to look for Bettens back in the slot off a stick. Does get to the point. Held in nicely by Borger. Throws it back down to the half wall here for Bettens. Bettens going to go for Joss. Tries to walk out in front. Decides no. Back for Bettens. Bettens now goes backhand, forehand, and shovels a shot. Point blank. Great save there. Best of the night for Martin Gagnon.
Absolutely. And Bettens found that seam just in between those two defenders on the right side. They were playing a great box setup, keeping the play out to the outsides of the court, which is what you want to see for the penalty kill. But unfortunately, Bettens found that seam. Better saved by Gagnon. Penalty kill today brought to you by Ferrum Fitness.
Face off to the blocker side here of Gagnon, won by the Wild on the stick of Shatsky. Shatsky's going to go to Falk. Falk has a plethora of points here for the Wild. Back up for Shatsky. He takes a high wrist shot right on the crest of goalie Martin Gagnon. Falk, 35 points in 22 games, 4 power play goals. So you know he might be an option here with 1 minute and 2 seconds left on the power play for the Winnipeg Wild.
And he's quick off that sideboards. Watch him release here. If he gets that puck, watch out.
Santorin wins the draw back to the point for Shatsky. Shatsky's going to throw it back for Falk. Walks off that wall, takes a shot again. Gagnon sees that the whole way, just like you mentioned. Walked off the wall very quick. Whistled a wrist shot. Gagnon with another save. 17 shots for the Wild.
It's a very well-structured power play. We'll get to it in the first intermission if we have a chance. But the last 2 shots Gagnon's faced, he stayed upright, and he's taken both of them in the crest. So it's been a better, he's able to see the shots, he's able to make the saves. He's got to put some more bodies in front of him for a 4th goal.
Puck comes back to the point. Last minute remaining here in the first period. 3-0 for the Wild. Shatsky's going to walk the line. He's going to go over to Wade. Drink wide pass for Falk. A little hot to handle. Does get the handle on the puck and throws it into the slot. Cleared out by the Pembina Valley Hawks. 37 seconds here remaining on the second power play for the Winnipeg Wild. Long lead pass for Esteves. He's going to drop it back for number 6 in Shatsky. The defenseman's going to skate it up, go on the near side, half wall here, stop up, leave it for Falk as they get set up on the power play with 22 seconds remaining in the first. Falk's going to walk it down, drop it down low for the winger, takes it behind the net, centering pass there for Santor. Just handcuffed him a bit, couldn't quite squeeze the trigger. 10 seconds remaining here in the first. And the Wild are going to try to regroup. One last ditch effort here, 5 seconds remaining. Santor's going to carry it out. Pass ahead for Benedictson. He takes a hit there at the blue line. Not enough time on the power play as that expires at the exact same time here as the period expires. So 0 for 2 are the Wild on the power play. But nonetheless, 3-0 for Winnipeg over the Pembina Valley Hawks here. What'd you see in the first for the Wild? I mean, we mentioned it in the pregame. Score a lot of goals. Don't let a lot in. 3-0 after the first. Pretty much pertains to both those aspects.
Absolutely. I mean, you see the shots on goal, 79. But I'm going to bring up 2 other key stats, Roy. Number 1 is loose pucks and loose pucks won. 17 loose pucks picked up by the Wild to the 4 of Pembina Valley Hawks that period. And loose pucks are key for that actual offensive push coming from your defensive zone into the offensive zone. And the second stat we're going to bring up is 2-on-1s, where you actually see Pembina Valley having a 5-4 edge on the 2-on-1s, but you're seeing 3-on-2 plays more for the Winnipeg Wild coming into the zone. So definitely there's been a better grouping of offense for the Wild. The chances, the 2-on-1s, the quick shot, the quick releases, and the ill-advised passing by the Wild, thinking they know where that person is going to be receiving that pass. Pembina Valley's picking off those passes left and right, and they actually had some really good first and second chance opportunities.
Hi, I'm Rick Funk from
just
Funk's
couldn't
Toyota.
beat Kilpatrick
Our family has been
in
in
the goal.
automotive business for over 45 years.
Here
That's
in
45
favor of the Winnipeg Wild. Goaltender Caden Kilpatrick, who has an unblemished 9-0 record. Only faced 9 shots there in the first, but everyone that he faced, he looked square to the net, square to the shooter. And again, goes into the second period with 0 goals against.
His poise in the net carries over to the defense, and the calm, cool, and collectedness of moving that puck, unfortunately, needs to be looked at by the head coaching staff of the Wild, because there were certainly some errant passes that were picked off by the Hawks, like we already had mentioned. Once that puck, though, gets to those forward players know exactly what to do. Enter the zone, contain the puck, control where it needs to go, and be confident in those passes and those shots. 3 of them have already passed Mr. Gagnon already. He just has to maintain that he can see the puck. If he can't see the puck, chances are the Wild are going to be scoring a hell of a lot more goals. But Pembina Valley, they're not out of this yet by no means. They've definitely had the opportunities. They've had the scoring chances. They just have to find where the twine is and where less of where those padding is on Kilpatrick in the second and third period.
I just want to run through the scoring summary here. Opening goal 46 seconds into the game was Jackson Kluchuk. The point shot from Matt Shatsky, which we thought went directly into the net, was tipped by Kluchuk. So number 10, Kluchuk, is going to get his 5th goal of the year, assisted by Shatsky and Eric Fox at 46 seconds. And then at 5 minutes and 22 seconds, Tristan Thompson makes a nice move in front of the net and shovels a backhander past Martin Gagnon. That was assisted by Mason Waite. That's Tristan Thompson's 9th goal of the year to make it 2-0 for Winnipeg. Pembina Valley would take a penalty then for holding Braden Klippenstein at 10-12. 0 for 1 went the Winnipeg Wild on the power play. Then at 17-16, this big 6'5" Ryan Gottfried with a shot from the point. He's going to get his 2nd goal of the year. And that made it 3-0 Winnipeg. Pembina Valley would take a late penalty there with about 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Wild can't capitalize on that one. Nonetheless, 3-0 for Winnipeg. What does Pembina Valley need to do to try to, edge into this lead and maybe just try to get a little bit of momentum?
Well, what they've done on the power play, at the penalty kill, has been fantastic. They're 0 for 2 on the penalty kill. But furthermore, they haven't had a chance on a power play, so know what the power play is going to look like. As mentioned, they're already intercepting those passes from the defense, and they're thinking, if we can continue to intercept these defensive passes, we're getting first and second chance scoring opportunities. 2-on-1s are great. We just got to make sure we're finding the open net as opposed to keeping, Kilpatrick in the game here. He's really made some great saves. He has been very square to the puck for many of those saves. He hasn't been out of control at all, really. Very poised in the net. But I think for Pembina Valley, if they're able to gain momentum in any way, shape, or form, is to get that 1 or 2 squiggly goal. I mean, once it crosses the red, it's a goal. Goal is a goal. Whether you catch it on a loose pass or a tip-in or a garbage something, just get that 1 to break that 0, and I think you can build off that momentum in the second.
Well, 3-0 here in favor of the Winnipeg Wild. Just want to remind you that period 1 was brought to you by Pembina Valley Physiotherapy and Sports Injuries. So stick around for the second and the third. 20 minutes down, 40 minutes to go for Manitoba Midget AAA Hockey here along the Manitoba Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Rick Funk from Funk's Toyota. Our family has been in the automotive business for over 45 years. That's 45 plus years of looking after customers. We have a top worldwide recognized product that we are proud to be a partner with Toyota Canada. Every new and used vehicle is negotiable when it comes to purchasing your vehicle here at Funk's Toyota. Our staff of many years is very knowledgeable and will help you, not force you with your buying decision. There are no hidden fees and no pressure tactics. Not only that, we promise what we deliver and have one of the best used vehicle warranties in the business. Our staff love to serve and you will feel like family after your first visit. We are not perfect, but we love to please here at Funk's Toyota. For those of you that have experienced our Funk's Toyota family way, please share it with others and like us and share us on Facebook. We are proud to be a sponsor of the Manitoba Amateur Sports. Visit us online at www.funks.toyota.ca.
Hi, I'm Melanie from Melanie Bond and Athletic Therapy. I deal with rehab here, and one of the treatments that I use is massage, some mobilizations, and there are many other techniques that I take care of to help heal injuries.
I treat sports injuries, workplace injuries, motor vehicle accident injuries,
and I direct bill to MPI, WCB, and other third-party insurers. Thank you. Come see us.
Welcome to MB Seeds. I'm Matt and this is B, and we're a family-run business. We've been operating since 2012, and we sell canola, soybeans, corn, wheat, barley, oats, and peas. We also run a cleaning facility on site just south of Low Farm, where we can clean almost anything that you can grow. Come check us out today.
Want a career in the salon industry but have no experience? Aveda Institute's program is designed to provide aspiring stylists with the solid technical foundations and business tools to achieve your success. With our in-house store and salon, knowledgeable educators, 95% placement, and our 9-month course, we will have you prepared for the demands of the industry. Now accepting applications for our January class, Aveda Institute Winnipeg, Hair School, the way it should be. See us today.
Hi, I'm Cassandra Curia with Farm Fitness. We're located in Ile-des-Chênes, Manitoba. We do everything from personal training, group training classes, yoga and flexible steel. We also focus on young athletes. We do not only just the strength and conditioning, but the agility, power, rotational control and strength, and flexibility, stability, and mobility is always super important. You can find us at farmfitness.ca and come check us out.
Welcome back here to Bell MTS Iceplex for a matchup between the Pembina Valley Hawks and the Winnipeg Wild along the Manitoba Sports Network. Rory McGorn alongside Theo Tutkaluk. In case you missed it, run through the scoring summary one more time. 3-0 in favor of the Winnipeg Wild. Game opened up quickly, 46 seconds. Jackson Kluchuk is going to have the goal scorer assisted by, I believe, it was Matt Shatsky and Eric Fox. Then followed at 5:22, Tristan Thompson's going to pick up his 9th of the year, assisted by Mason Waite and Ryan Gottfried with the 3rd of the campaign. That one's unassisted, coming at 17-16. 2 penalties taken by the Pembina Valley Hawks. Unanswered by the Wild. 0 for 2 on the power play are the Wild. That wrap-up was brought to you by CM Engrave. Are you looking for trophies or medals for your next hockey tournament? Then call CM Engrave today, 204-224-2416. They have the best price in Manitoba, cmengrave.ca. They ship all over, and you'll not be sorry that you called. So, Theo, you kind of ran through what Pembina Valley had to do at the end of that first period going into the final 40. Should we switch it over to the other side, who's going to be on our broadcast left here, the Winnipeg Wild? They're not a team looking at their record and looking at how many goals they score and how many goals they let up. It doesn't look like they take their foot off the gas pedal at all. So is that what's going in for the coaches inside the dressing room? Keep the foot on the floor?
Whether you call it the foot on the gas pedal, you're in the water and you see blood in your sharks, you do not let up. I mean, this is your division. You have two losses to your name. You want to be that team that shows the prowess and the understanding to the other team, saying this is our league, this is our ice. You're going to have to do something extremely special to out-crown us 3-0 right now. I think the Wild are definitely going to build on this lead. That is going to be their intention. They are not going to fall asleep. I think they're going to, if they have an idea or a game plan, to utilize their speed to get through the neutral zone and really start attacking Mitch Gagnon here, because 3 goals on 17 shots, 2 of them from the point. The second goal was probably one of the best goals I've seen thus far in AAA midget hockey. Just pulling the pin left to right, and a little backhand slider there. You just have to not let up. I mean, if you start letting up, you're going to give that second chance, that third chance opportunity to Pembina Valley. And we've already seen Pembina Valley take 2 or 3 chances when they have that loose puck on an errant pass by defenseman. So if there's 2 things the Wild need to do is, 1, they have to clean up their passing in their own end, making sure they're going tape to tape from the defense, from the winger to the center, and leaving the zone without any stress put on Kilpatrick. And then once they gain the zone, really start pumping the net, get some players in front. And we haven't really seen many rebounds here given up by Gagnon, but maybe that'll change here in the second.
Well, it's a good, I don't want to call it rebound effort with a team that has a record of 18-2-2. But they have lost their last 2 games, one coming in overtime against Kenora and one coming in a shootout, their most recent game against the league-leading Brandon Wheat Kings. Meanwhile, Pembina Valley Hawks have won 2 in a row. So the script going into the game, it might have looked not in favor of the Hawks, but with a team that's faced the Wild before and took them to overtime, a team that definitely thought that they can hang with the top team in the league, or one of the top team in the league.
One thing about Pembina Valley is they play even strength first, second, and third. I mean, they got 72 won goals for and 71 goals against. So, I mean, each period they play is a very even style hockey. They just have to maintain some sort of continued press on the Wild defense.
Well, the puck is dropped, and we are on our way here along the Manitoba Sports Network between the Winnipeg Wild second period action and the Pembina Valley Hawks. It is 3-0 in favor of the Winnipeg Wild. Puck ensues behind the net of Martin Gagnon. Scooped up there by McCarthy, having a little bit of communication issues. That is stripped off the puck by, I believe that's Belton. Belton being pinched along the boards by 3 defensemen there for the Pembina Valley Hawks. Rink-wide pass on the stick of Allison. Allison with some speed through the neutral zone. He's going to take it, go wide, stop up, drop it back to the point for McCarthy. McCarthy goes D&D to Hatley, the captain. Can't quite find the handle. And he shovels that back behind the net there of Kilpatrick. Onto the stick now of Kraus. Kraus is going to go all the way down the ice as there's a penalty here. I believe it must have happened right at the end of the period.
There's Zach Falk, I believe, said something that he shouldn't have said at the end of the first there. And he's got a 5-on-4 here, but so far a minute into it, haven't seen much starting for Pembina Valley.
So the first power play opportunity for the Hawks here, a minute and 13 seconds in. Uneventful for the Pembina Valley Hawks. I don't believe a shot has gone the way of Kilpatrick. 17-9 are the shots in favor of the Winnipeg Wild.
This power play for the Pembina Valley Hawks brought to you by GT Hockey.
Face off just outside the Winnipeg Wild zone. In to take that is Penner for the Hawks. That's one there by Penner. Up to the red line. And not for long as it's shoveled in there by Marco Esteves. Esteves now working on the forecheck on the penalty kill. The penalty kill is brought to you by Ferrum Fitness here for the Winnipeg Wild. We've played a minute and a half in the second period. 3-0 in favor of the Wild. Puck shoveled in behind the net of Kilpatrick. 22 seconds left on this power play. Pembina Valley is trying to get something set up as it squirts along the boards there far side and sent all the way down the ice again by the Wild. That penalty kill is going to make a change here. The forward unit is, at least, as the puck comes out to the red line. Slapped back in by Shatsky. That might just about do it for the power play here for Pembina Valley. As time expires on that, they're going to be 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Out of the box comes the skater for the Wild, and back the other way comes Ayot. Shovel pass into the slot. Intercepted there nicely by the captain, and wait back the other way come the Wild. On the stick of Fox. Fox has Bettens with him. Tries to swing a pass through the slot. Goaltender Gagnon got a stick on that, but Fox is back on it. Quick shot, that's off the stick of Noah Gertson. Goes wide of the net. Does come back out to the slot. Nice defensive play there by Riley Gertson. Or pardon me, that's Noah Gertson. And now he's going to send that out Up to number 19, Sven Bazin. Bazin's just going to chip that into the attacking zone. And back the other way come the Wild. Rink wide pass there for Kluchuk. On the stick of Kluchuk, trying to go inside and out. Sticked off the puck nicely there by Jacob Carrolls. And here come the Hawks. There's Ethan Carrolls. A little bit of room through the slot. Backhand pass looking for Riley Gertzen in front. Shoveled into the corner by the goalie, Kilpatrick. Centering pass for Bazin. A little too high. Couldn't quite find the handle. Puck bounces back to the near side half wall here. Kept in by Ethan Carrolls. Swings around the boards. Pinching up from the blue line there. Centering pass. Shot off the pad of Kilpatrick. Mason Waite corrals that on his backhand. He's going to skate that back out through the neutral zone. Onto the stick of Fox. Fox goes around. Dipsy doodles around the defenseman. Trying to center it past, but his line mates were making a change. So puck does come back out to the blue line. Held in, but not for long. As back come the Hawks. A tip pass there. Looking for Carrolls. Ethan Carrolls going to take it wide on his backhand. Going to go around the net. Centering pass up for Logan Rose, who comes in from the point. Dangerous move is back the other way. Comes Kyle Bettens. He's got Joss with him. Bettens to Joss. And that's just behind him. Great opportunity there on the 2-on-1 for the Wild. Trying to stretch this lead that they have to 4 goals. Puck behind the net of Martin Gagnon. 2 players in there, 1 for each team. And back on the near side, boards there is, I believe, Ceremit. He shovels the pass up for Bettens. Quick shot, sticked away into the corner by Gagnon. And here comes Wyatt Cobb. Cobb with no mates to help him out. It's just going to stop up on the far side half wall there and chips it into the slot. And now McCarthy comes to help out, but he's stick lift off the puck by Ceremit. He's going to chip that ahead to Josh. Josh stops up. Going to walk. High slot here, fires a shot, blocked nicely by Noah Gertzen. Gertzen's going to get this up to his winger and Wyatt Cobb, and a long lead pass looking for Day just ahead of him onto the goaltender of Kilpatrick, who freezes this one. We've played 4.5 minutes here in the second period, 3-0 for the Wild.
Not a lot of offensive shots here by either team, a lot of neutral zone play, a lot of rushing in and out, but just not really the offensive attack by either teams thus far in the first 4.5 minutes of the second. A little bit sloppy on both parts, I'll just say that.
Yeah, not many shots, I believe. 2-1 are the shots in favor of the Hawks. Make that 3-1 now as Kilpatrick steers a blocker save into the corner. Back to the neutral zone here where Klippenstein's waiting for it. He goes D to D, tries to get that in deep. Stopped nicely, and back come the Wild. Ceremit on one knee, trying to one-hand pass that up to Benedictson. Nothing happening there. Puck comes back out to the red line, hammered in by Joe Kraus. That does get deep now. Back to corral. That one is Klippenstein. He shakes off a check, goes up to the far side half wall there. Touch pass on the breakout to Colton Schindel. Colton Schindel, the leading goal scorer for the Pembina Valley Hawks. Nice play by a defenseman there in Joe Kraus for the Wild to ride out Colton Schindel onto the boards. And now back comes Belton. Belton has Ceremit with him. Belton stops up. High slot for Benedictson, that squeezes by him, finds the stick of Borger, who fires a shot from the point, but that just missed blocker side of the goalie Gagnon. Not by much. Good opportunity for the Wild. Ceremit now throws a short side backhand, steered back into the corner. Almost held at the line there by Kraus, but here comes a 2-on-1 for the Hawks. Allison has Sheffer with him. Allison tries to feed it to Sheffer. Great play by a defenseman in Borger for the Wild as he dives down and negates that 2-on-1 and keeps this a 3-0 lead.
That was a great spot, 2-on-1. Played that absolutely perfectly. Kilpatrick knew the shot was not going to be taken, knew the pass was coming across. Taken well done. I just want to comment on Kraus. Best hit of the night so far on the boards there. Definitely took the player out. I'd like to see that good body check, good clean hitting here. Second period action, doing good so far.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily a booming open ice hit, but perfect defensive positioning to ride out the leading goal scorer for Pembina Valley and Colton Schindel.
Defensive possession, gaining possession of the puck in your own end, and your team moved up out of the ice. Fantastic work.
Now Zach Falk, far side boards, tries to center a pass there. Penalty coming up as Marco Estevez gets tripped up. He was the intended recipient of that pass from Falk. Gets tripped up in the high slot, goes colliding into the net. Like you mentioned, good thing those, 6-inch prongs weren't dug into the ice, and he rode hard into that post.
It's all about player safety, and I'm glad they switched those pegs over about 20 years ago. 0 for 2 on the power play. Let's see if the Hawks can keep it a clean slate, go 0 for 3 here for these guys.
Power play is brought to you by GT Hockey. Like Theo mentioned, third opportunity here for the Wild. Faceoff is won by Pembina Valley. Swung around to the far side. Defenseman Travis Penner's going to pick up the penalty for the Hawks for tripping. Face-off's going to ensue now as the defenseman and Matt Shatsky tried to shovel it down low. That clipped a glove of the Wild, so face-off's going to come outside the outside the Pembina Valley Hawks zone. Winnipeg attacking zone, I should say. And they'll try to set it all up again with 13 seconds being played here on the power play. Third opportunity for the Winnipeg Wild. Onto the stick of a defenseman for the Hawks. Sent all the way down the ice. Wow, they're going to try to break it out. Mason Waite leaves that for Falk. Falk drops it back for the second rush here for Waite. Waite finds a little bit of room on his backhand on the near side boards. Takes it behind the net of Gagnon. And now they're going to set it up. Mason Waite, we're going to get a whistle here, as I believe the net came off its moorings again by an inch. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. Unfortunate for the Wild, who had Waite swinging behind the net with some speed, and they look to be perfectly set up on the power play, but they're going to have to win a face-off and try to do it all over again.
I mean, Pembina Valley's definitely given the wide side of the ice. I mean, they've kept their box fairly simple within the dots, doing a good job, allowing the Wild to move the puck on the outskirts. We might have to have a plus-minus here in the third. How many more times this net comes off before the game's out here, Rory?
What's the line?
11.
11? I got to take the under on 11, but puck comes back to the point for Burgeon. Burgeon's going to go wide there for Fox. Wrist shot by Fox on the far side, half wall. Just missed by a couple inches as it's on the stick of Noah Gertzen. He's going to send that all the way down the ice. Back to play. That's Klippenstein. Hard on the forecheck is Penner, and Burgeon had to be careful getting back there. He takes a spill, goes into the boards. He gets up and he's all right and sends the near side pass.
We got a delayed penalty here on number 9, I believe. Schindel, a little bit of stick work in front of the net. Oh, there it is.
I know they're going to say that Schindel did touch the puck there. We're going to get a slashing penalty to, yep, you said it, number 9. No, Schindel's going to head to the bench. Well, we got 12:39 remaining here in this second period. It is Colton Schindel now. Tried to, play like, it wasn't me, I'm just going to go back to the bench, but they found him. Like
the hide and seek move.
Yeah, they
it's
usually find you.
Exactly, I think Kluchik definitely laid off a pretty good body check there after the puck was given up, and I think it was more of a retaliation penalty by the Pembina Valley forward. So 5-on-3 here for the next 40.
Face-off won by the Wild. On the point is Burgeon. He goes down low for Santor. Santor, a lot of room on the near side half wall there. He's going to skate it out and into the high slot. Michael Santor with some room, takes a shot low. Glove side, does not miss by much. Gagnon was in position though. And back to the point for Gottfried. Up for Burgeon. D to Gottfried. He's going to go down low for Bettens. Bettens on the half wall, walks it up, takes a quick shot. Good velocity on that one. But Martin Gagnon makes a nice shoulder save, catches it in his glove, freezes it for a whistle. 12 seconds remaining in the initial penalty to the Hawks. Minute 31 on the secondary one to Colton Schindel. So 12 seconds remaining in this 5-on-3.
Quick shot, quick rebound. You definitely want to try to score when there's 3 on the ice, so then you have another opportunity on another power play because it won't be expiring on the yet.
Kyle Bettens wins the draw, back to the point for Borger. D over to Krause and back to Borger. He walks in, has a little bit of trouble handling the puck as that's on the stick of Sheffer. Slaps that all the way down the ice. That's going to kill off that initial penalty. So 0 for 3, or 4, I believe, go the Winnipeg Wild. But they still have a one-man advantage here with Kyle Bettens coming down the near side on his forehands. Stops up, doesn't like the read. He's going to go back to the point for Borger. Borger now D to Krause. Krause back to Borger. Borger back to Bettens. Bettens looking for a centering pass. Pulls it back with a little toe drag and fires a shot that misses the net high off the backboards. Swings around the glass and cleared out by the Hawks.
Hawks are doing a great job here, getting the puck, blocking the lanes, and allowing Gagnon to see the puck. Bettens has got this toe drag coming off the right side boards. It'll be icing here.
Icing against the Winnipeg Wild. Yeah, like you mentioned, Bettens, they leave a lot of room for that winger on the near side or far side along the half wall to walk it out, but they're really closing up the slot. So the shot's available there from the half wall, but the slot pass, which maybe the Wild are, maybe they saw it on tape what they're used to doing the power play, they're closing that right down.
And Bettens is using that Wild player below the goal line as a decoy to either pass to him or to pull it inside and take a quick shot on Gagnon. He's done that twice. Maybe he does do that pass down below now.
There's Mitchell Joss, takes a weak angle shot right along the boards on the near side here. That goes through the crease. And on the far side where it's picked up there by, I believe, Bettens. Bettens Down low for Joss, just a little bit ahead of him, but it spurts out in front for Bryant. Couple whacks at it. 3 good saves there for Gagnon. And Pembina Valley is going to clear out all the players away from their goaltender, as there was a couple, no, I wouldn't say late whacks because the puck was loose, but still they're taking, advantage of a loose puck near in the crease.
They're doing the due diligence in the front of the net. Great job by Gagnon being strong down on the ground there. Came off the boards pretty wicked hot, and a couple of quick shots there by Joss in front of the net, but he was able to scramble around the rebound and make the save.
Face-off glove side here of Martin Gagnon. Pembina Valley Hawks centerman is going to get waved out. In comes McCarthy to take the draw. Maybe a little bit of chirping towards the lineman there. He's going to straighten all that out. Nothing happening as the faceoff is won by the Wild. Pinched along the boards. 4 seconds remaining in the power play. Looks like they're going to be 0 for 4 tonight, are the Wild. Nonetheless, they're leading 3-0 here with 10:37 remaining in the second. 4 bodies in the near side corner boards. Working for the puck, scrumming against it. Out come the Wild with it up to the blue line. Kept in there momentarily and sent back down low for Zaremet. Zaremet chips it high. Short side. Stopped there. Nice hugged against the post was Gagnon. Makes his, I believe it's 10th save of the game. And Benedictson now walking through the slot, shrugging off a couple defenders. Tries to send it down low for Zaremet. Being worked on by the captain in Nick Hatley. Back on the stick of Zaremet. Has a little bit of room. Centering pass. Great save. Gagnon there keeps that a 3-0 lead. Pushes post to post and absolutely robs the open forward for the Winnipeg Wild.
That was definitely, we got some sticks flying here. Definitely getting a lot of chippy here in the second period. Wouldn't you say, Roy? Bodies are flying, sticks are coming halfway up, they're coming a little high. Might see a couple of Quincy's right now.
I concur.
But Gagnon, Bobrovsky-esque.
Oh, yeah.
Just stepping post to post, coming across, using his body. Great save, keeping it a 3-0 game. I mean, he's definitely been the best PV guy on the ice for the first half of this game.
I would have loved to see the number. I missed the number on who the shooter was, but he got absolutely stymied by the goaltender, Martin Gagnon, to keep this a 3-goal lead for the Wild. On the attack are the Hawks. Stopped there in the high slot. Back the other way come the Wild with Fox. Fox drops it up, and Tristan Thompson throws it to the net. They score! Winnipeg Wild, after a great save by Martin Gagnon, maybe get a little bit of a lucky bounce as Tristan Thompson throws it into the crease. It bounces off a stick, I believe, and through the legs of goaltender Martin Gagnon. It's 4-0 here for Winnipeg.
4-0. I think what happened there, Tristan Thompson shot the puck to the front of the net. I don't know if it went off Gagnon or if it went off the first Wild player crashing to the net. There were 2 Wild players going to the net, so maybe one of them may have get the credit for this goal. We'll see what the official scoring is.
4-0 here for the Winnipeg Wild. Biggest lead of the night. Eric Fox is going to get the official goal. Assisted by Thompson and Gottfried. So Thompson and Gottfried are going to pick up their second point of the night. As Fox, number 18, will get his 13th goal of the year. Back the other way comes Kaminsky with a little bit of room. Down the near side, taking it on his backhand. Stops up, down low, shovels the pass towards the slot. Gets to the point. Hammered on the net by Klippenstein. There's an opportunity in front for Pembina Valley. But good stick lift by the Wild and back the other way. Comes Estevez. Estevez takes it wide. A little bit of room and then shovels it short side. And Gagnon had to be sharp on that one. And like you mentioned, we are getting chippy here as there's 2 players in the slot right in front of Gagnon. 2 referees are down there. I'm not sure who the players are, but
no, I think it's number 8 for the Hawks.
They're having more than words.
I think they're discussing what kind of laundry detergent to use after tonight's game. It's getting pretty ugly out here. But maybe the officials are giving some adult discussion there. Maybe some just leading by example there. Yeah, we got number 12 for the
Zachary Falk for the Wild, and I believe it's Travis Penner, number 8 for Pembina Valley. They're both going to go off, and that's understandable.
Well, of course. I mean, the temperatures and emotions are definitely heating up here. It's a 4-0 game. Pembina Valley certainly can't be happy with the outcome of this game thus far. And I mean, you lead it by example for your Wild. I mean, you'd love to see his emotions result in goals and assists and offensive play. However, he's decided to go to the chippy side of things. And I mean, don't know what they've got the gates still open here. I don't know if it's going to be doubles or if it's going to be just minors.
8:41 remaining here in the second period. At the bell, MTS Iceplex, Rory McGoran alongside Theo Tutkaluk. 4-0 in favor of Winnipeg Wild. And with a team that doesn't allow a lot of goals, I believe I counted only 6 out of the 22 games they've played, they've allowed more than 2 goals.
Exactly right. And for Pembina Valley, that doesn't have the greatest of offensive teams here, they've definitely put themselves behind the proverbial 8 ball. And, they definitely got to try to strike up some kind of offense. Just have to break that 0. Just got to break that 0, guys, and see if you can pop 1 or 2 here before the end of the second.
So I think Zachary Falk is going to pick up an extra 2 as I count 5 skaters on the ice for Pembina Valley. Power play for Pembina Valley. Ofer on the night as the puck goes back on top of goalie Martin Gagnon. He's going to swing that around to the near side half wall here for Hatley. Hatley's doesn't like to read, so he's going to take it behind his net and start this breakup all over again. The penalty kill for the Winnipeg Wild is brought to you by Ferrum Fitness. Back come the Hawks here. Colton Schindel drops it for Hatley. Hatley was looking like he was going to go to the slot, decides to go back to the line. So 2 minutes for roughing for each of the players and 2 minutes extra for slashing is going to go to Zachary Falk, which gives Pembina Valley that power play, which has 1 minute expired already. And I think Winnipeg is going to go.
There's an offside there. Just Pembina Valley player just took too much time to get off the bench there, and changing into his offensive zone. That's difficult where these benches are sitting here on the blue lines here at the Bell MTS Iceplex. So just a little more puck awareness, a little more ice awareness for the Hawks. You guys aren't out of this game. You just got to pick your socks up and just a little more effort here.
Face-off won by the Pembina Valley Hawks. Shot there from Ayotte. That nice blocker save by Kilpatrick. Steers that high off the backboards and into the corner where a few bodies are scrumming for position. Out comes the Wild with Burgeon with it. Down low inside his own zone. Sticked off the puck onto the stick of Wyatt Cobb. He's going to shovel that back down low for Day. Into help out Ayotte back in front for Cobb. Couldn't quite find the handle on that one. And it pops back into the corner for Tristan Day. Day goes back to the point. Rose has to be quick with it. Nice play at the blue line. He gets tripped up. No call there. And back the other way comes Jost. Jost now tried to go inside and out around, I believe it's number 16 and Ethan Carrolls. He gets sticked off the puck, and back the other way comes Wyatt Cobb. Cobb, nice job by Ayotte to hold the line, stay on side. Behind the net of Kilpatrick there. Ayotte's being worked on by Gottfried. Big body to try to strip the puck off of is Ryan Gottfried, 6'5", 200-pound 16-year-old. Puck is shoveled out by number 7 in Burgeon and out of play. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that usually a penalty? Maybe not in this league.
In the NHL it is, but I don't think in AAA Midget they count that as a penalty.
It didn't touch anything. It went clear over the glass and out of play. So, no penalty, though. Face off on the glove side there of Kilpatrick. Power play is over for the Hawks, so back to 5-on-5 even strength hockey here at the Bell MTS Iceplex and, of course, along the Manitoba Sports Network. Play ensues into the neutral zone. Back to get that is Noah Gertson. He makes a couple moves, gets to the blue line, sends that in. It wraps around the net. First on the puck is McCarthy. He's going to chip that back around the near side boards here and picked up by Benedictson. He gets it out to center ice. And hard on it is Zaremit, but first on it is Gertson. Gertson gets it out to center, no farther, as Benedictson is on that puck. And now here come the Hawks, but it's back on the stick of Benedictson. He makes a quick touch pass, takes a big hit there from number 19 in Sven Bazin. But back come the Hawks. Try to drop pass from Zaremit onto, I believe, Belton. Just a little bit out of his reach. Nice job by Joe Kraus to keep the line. And now into the slot. Kraus is going to take up the puck as he retreats back to his point. Puck comes into the slot. One shot at it there, stopped by Gagnon. And on his glove side here on the short side, banging away at it is Zaremit. Zaremit sticked off the puck by Noah Gertson. He gets it to the blue line no further as it's held in there by Borger. Now puck does get out onto the stick of Kraus. Kraus is going to take it wide. Whistle blows. I believe we got a penalty for interference coming to one of the players here. It's going to be Benedictson, number 37, for the Winnipeg Wild. Luke Benedictson is going to go off 2 minutes for interference. 5:21 remaining here in the second period. Pembina Valley Hawks right back on the power play.
certainly not a great shift for their Benedictson there. He took a nice, clean open hit from Bazin from Pembina Valley, and interference was clearly about 50, 60 feet away from where the puck was. So maybe a bit of retaliation. Like I said, these young gentlemen got to keep their emotions in check the last 5 minutes before they go into their third period.
Faceoffs won there by the Pembina Valley Hawks, but quickly back the other way come the Wild on the penalty kill. Is Fox. He gets to the blue line, stopped at the blue line. It's going to be a slashing call coming up to Tyson Allison, number 14 here of Pembina Valley. So 7 seconds into that power play, all for naught as a slashing call. It's going to make this a 4-on-4 hockey.
Mason Waite just took the puck right off the defenseman there in Pembina Valley. Had a one-on-one. And Allison, I mean, looked like it was a hockey stick, more like maybe an axe. He's trying to chop on a tree, I guess, but nonetheless, it caught him pretty good right on those ankles. So we've got a 4-on-4 action here.
Well, they aren't the 4-pound Sherwoods anymore that they used to. So you don't really need an axe to chop down the tree.
27 layers on a Sherwood. I remember that in my old days with the Hutch. And these carbon fiber Kevlar things that they play with, they shatter quickly, and they're super light, super strong. I mean, technology is a beautiful thing, but an axe is still an axe.
And Fox takes it outside around the defenseman, Noah Gertson. He's going to wrap that around the net. A lot of open ice out there at a 4-on-4 hockey. Drops it back to the point. Almost intercepted there by one of the forechecking Hawks, but kept in by the Wild nicely. This is the captain, Mason Waite. He's going to shovel that back down low, working on it. Is Fox, but two Pembina Valley Hawks defensemen is going to strip him of the puck, send it around for Colton Schindel. Schindel's looking for a lead pass out of the reach of both recipients there for Pembina Valley, and onto the stick of Waite. He's going to take that back behind his own net. Mason Waite stripped off by Schindel. He's going to drop it for Sheffer. Nice play there by Colton Schindel, but just couldn't quite get the pass clean through to Sheffer. Back the other way comes Fox. Whistles a shot that's off the shin pads there of Klippenstein. Falls onto the near side boards here, and back come the Hawks. Noah Gertson is going to lead the charge. He's going to send that in, and on the puck hard first. On the puck is Colton Schindel. He gets ridden into the boards by Mason Waite. And now Santor is going to feed his winger back over to Santor, and he takes a shot. What a glove save. Oh, that's a goal.
It went in.
Oh, I
thought it was a save too.
Martin Gagnon absolutely robbed Michael Santor. But my eyes deceived me, and that puck's in the back of the net. It's 5-0 for Winnipeg.
Just an amazing job allowing the puck to do the business of the skating there. Back and forth with the 2-on-1, and what a great pass across the crease there. And like I said, I thought Gagnon had the save as well.
Honestly, I don't even think Michael Santor knew it was in, because they didn't celebrate till after. And I thought Martin Gagnon made the save of the year candidate. But no, Michael Santor is going to pick up the 5th goal of the game here. Assisted by Jackson Kluchuk. Kluchuk's going to get his 2nd point of the game. Lone assist goes to Kluchuk on the goal by Michael Santor. That is Santor's 12th goal, 32nd point of the year. Play ensues inside the Pembina Valley Hawks zone. Up to the point there for Burgeon. He's going to shovel that back down low. Back to the point for Burgeon. There's a low wrist shot steered into the corner by Gagnon. Benton's in front of the net looking for Joss. Joss does get a backhand on it and couldn't quite handle the pass. Was Santor. Santor's going to send it back down low for Bettens. Bettens in front for Joss. There's a quick shot. Good save by Gagnon. Back in front for Bettens. Another save by Gagnon. Out. Did Gagnon just save that one?
He just saved the last 2. It's unbelievable what he's doing out there.
Tough save. Tough angle here for us to see it. Wild are all over the Pembina Valley Hawks here on this shift by Bettens, Santor, and Joss. 4 or 5 amazing saves by Martin Gagnon. It may look like it's 5-0, but he has made at least a handful of highlight reel saves.
He's definitely doing his best post-to-post, keeping the puck out of the net. Some great saves. He's definitely showing off his endurance and his athleticism there in the net.
Here comes Joss with some speed down the far side. He's going to take it backhand, flip a shot just over the net there of Gagnon. Having trouble to handle that is Hatley. As it comes back to the blue line, Gottfried couldn't quite keep that in. Offside's going to be the call here against the Wild.
Great job by Gagnon on the net. He's definitely leading with poise and structure in between the pipes. Just hopefully this Pembina Valley team can feed off of some of that energy. Definitely trying to keep this game close. Winnipeg fast skating, fast moving, finding the seams. it could be a 7-8 nothing game easily right now.
Absolutely. I mean, if you look on the shots on goal, they are 29-13 in favor of the Wild. But, I mean, like I said, a handful of those saves for Gagnon are absolute stupendous ones. Shoveled shot there by Ayotte. Couldn't quite find the net of Kilpatrick. Puck does come outside the attacking zone for Pembina Valley. Flip back in quickly. They're going to have to get back on side. And back behind the net to corral. That is Joe Krause. He's going to ring that around the boards. Near side here. Pinching at the blue line is Hatley. Hatley having troubles getting it down low. Now takes a hit there from Belton. Hatley does get back up. No call on the play. 4 bodies here. Like you mentioned early on in the second, it's getting chippy. It just keeps building and building between these two teams. Puck ensues behind the net of Kilpatrick. He goes out to play it, but leaves it for Krause. And back up to the blue line, kept in nicely there by the Hawks. On the far side half wall there, trying to walk it out is Ayotte. Good idea not to change. Goes Bazin, touches the puck. Could have been too many men. They make a legal change there, but back to the way come the Hawks with Zaremit. Sidesteps a check there from one of the Pembina Valley Hawks. Back the other way comes Day. He stripped off the puck by number 17, and Belton comes out to the red line, none further, as it's handled by Hatley and sent the distance of the ice all the way down inside the Wild zone. 42 seconds remaining here in the second period in a 5-0 game in favor of the Winnipeg Wild. Here comes Falk with it. Falk's going to take a shot, and he scores. Zachary Falk goes high glove above Martin Gagnon, and it's a 6-0 lead for the Wild.
6-0 lead, probably the 9th 2-on-1 given up in the last 11 minutes for the Winnipeg Wild here. And I think Falk saw Gagnon maybe cheating a little bit, looking for that pass because he was kind of moving sideways. Falk had lots of room above the glove. Put it where Mama hides the cookies, makes it 6-0. You just see the talent, the speed, but also the confidence that these forwards have right now against Pembina Valley. Just got to see them guys, you break this 0.
Zachary Falk is going to tally his 20th goal in 22 games, this being the 23rd game of the season. So 20 goals in 23 games, 36 points for Zachary Falk. Came into this game 4th in the league.
And you know what? He's leading by example, whether it be goals, whether it be assists, penalties. You know, we don't want to see too many more of those, but, 30 shots on net. They've definitely taken over this second period. 5 shots on net for the Pembina Valley Hawks so far.
Back come the Wild with Estevez. He's centering pass there for, I believe it's Borger. Couldn't quite find the handle. Puck does come back to the point, bouncing in front of the slot. Wild on that in Santor. Centering pass. Nothing happening there as there's no sticks on the ice. And a shot from Waite from the point. That's steered away by the goaltender, Martin Gagnon. Captain at the line by, I believe that was Shatsky. But that's going to do it for 40 minutes here. So the Wild were able to light the lamp 3 times again in the second, after 3 times in the first. Referees are clearing the ice here after 40 minutes to make sure no nonsense happened. As you mentioned, it was getting a little chippy in the second. So both teams go to their respective corners. 40 minutes down, 20 minutes to go. Take it away, Theo. What can you say about the Winnipeg Wild? You
got to grab top-notch efforts for the Wild here. They stick to the game plan of their speed and their tenacity coming into the end. They equaled the amount of shots almost from the first to the second. They equaled the amount of goals from the first to the second. They did not proverbially take their foot off the gas pedal. They really led by example. A couple of penalties taken, but so far neither team's really been able to take advantage of the power play opportunities here. And Winnipeg Wild, they're showing this team that they are for real. That 4-3 victory early in October was probably a lucky game, or a game where it was early in the season where the chemistry wasn't quite there, Rory, and now it is. And now you see a team that just has lost their last 2 games, and they're back in the W column quickly. And I think they're going to come out with the with a better third period, and more of a third period that's organized, concise, clear, and true to their game plan here to follow up the first 40 minutes they played.
Well, second period scoring summary is as put. Eric Fox makes it 4-0 for the Wild. That's his second point of the game, assisted by Tristan Thompson and Ryan Gottfried. Thompson's third point of the game, Gottfried's second point as well. Eric Fox, that'll give him 13 goals on the year. Then it's 5-0 not too long after that, 5.5 minutes to be exact, as Michael Santor, he'll pick up his 12th goal of the year. That's assisted by Kluchuk and Mason Waite, the captain. And then late in the second period there, with 34 seconds remaining, Zachary Falk, the fourth in the league, but the team leading in points. Zachary Falk's going to pick it up and make it a 6-0 lead for the Winnipeg Wild, assisted by Reese Belton and Alec Borger. A bunch of penalties to mention there. 4 for the Winnipeg Wild, 4 for the Pembina Valley Hawks. So we saw some power play, we saw some penalty kill, we saw some 4-on-4, and we saw a lot of goals for the Winnipeg Wild.
We did, and it goes to show, this year they've scored 126 already. The key thing as well is staying out of the penalty box. The emotions did kind of ride a little bit in that second period, but overall, they don't take many penalties. Only 236 penalty minutes thus far this year compared to the 373 they've had for their opponents. So they must do something to get under the skin of their opponent game in and game out, and they've done that tonight with Pembina Valley going to the box. But 16.4 pinner at the power play percentage isn't that great for the Wild. And you'd like to see, maybe in the third period, now that they have this lead, maybe they start working on something, practicing something on that power play should they get a couple more, because if you're going to be a team that's going to be fending for a championship, you've got to make sure you're getting better than 1 for 6 on the PP. And your penalty kill is doing great because you haven't let anything up, but your PP's got to be flying. It's got to get a little bit better than 16%, Roy. And come games when it's playoff time and you have these opportunities where you have that man advantage, you need to take full advantage of them.
Yeah, and we see the system that they're trying to set up, working it down to the half wall here, whether it be near side or far side. And I'm not sure if they're trying to throw out a pass into the slot, because they do walk it off the wall a lot, but that just could be a testament to the Pembina Valley Hawks penalty kill, which is at 80%. So they could just be going up against a team with a really, really, high defending penalty kill, because we kind of see what the Wild are trying to do. Just the Hawks have negated all that.
Well, with the Hawks power play, or the penalty kill, what they've done is they've got a 2-2 system where they have 2 defensemen playing just below the circles, and then the 2 forwards covering the 2 defense. And there are several seams that can be created, and the Wild have exploited that. Now, if they move to a 2-1-1 where they have 1 up top and then 1 in the middle, then you're going to see some transformation where the forwards are going to have to find different seams to attack. We've seen Benediction come off the point. We've seen, other players move Bennett as well from the half point, from the half boards, and it's almost like they're going to decoy passing it down below the goal line and then rush for the give and go, or rather see if Gagnon's going to move off his post like we saw with Falk's 6th goal, with the 6th goal of the game, just moving him slightly away and opening up that massive spot above the glove. So, the Wild are very confident with their offensive play, and they're almost like toying with them to see what they can or cannot do. But whatever Pembina Valley is giving them, they're using it to their full advantage, and they're taking full advantage of what's got to get done to put the puck in the net.
40 minutes down, 20 minutes to go, 6-0 in favor of the Winnipeg Wild. That second period was brought to you by Melanie Bonnet and Athletic Therapy. And we will be back, Rory McGoran, Theo Tutkaluk, for the third period call after these on the Manitoba Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Melanie from Melanie Bonnet and Athletic Therapy. I deal with rehab here, and one of the treatments that I use is massage, some mobilizations, and there are many other techniques that I take care of to help heal injuries.
I treat sports injuries, workplace injuries, motor vehicle accident injuries, and I direct bill to MPI, WCB, and other third-party insurers. Thank you. Come see us.
Welcome to MB Seeds. I'm Matt and this is B, and we're a family-run business. We've been operating since 2012 and we sell canola, soybeans, corn, wheat, barley, oats, and peas. We also run a cleaning facility on site just south of Low Farm where we can clean almost anything that you can grow. Come check us out today.
Hi, I'm Cassandra Curie with Fair & Fitness. We're located in Île-des-Chênes, Manitoba. We do everything from personal training, group training classes, yoga and flexible steel. We also focus on young athletes. We do not only just the strength and conditioning, but the agility, power, rotational control and strength, and flexibility, stability, and mobility is always super important. You can find us at fairandfitness.ca and come check us out.
Want a career in the salon industry but have no experience? Aveda Institute's program is designed to provide aspiring stylists with the solid technical foundations and business tools to achieve your success. With our in-house store and salon, knowledgeable educators, 95% placement, and our 9-month course, we will have you prepared for the demands of the industry. Now accepting applications for our January class, Aveda Institute Winnipeg, Hair School, the way it should be. See us today.
Welcome back to the Bell MTS Iceplex along the Manitoba Sports Network. My name is Rory McGorn alongside Theo Tutkaluk to a matchup between the Winnipeg Wild and the Pembina Valley Hawks. 40 minutes down, 20 minutes to go, 6-0 in favor of the Wild. Quickly wrapping up that second period, Eric Fox made it 4-0, assisted by Tristan Thompson and Ryan Gottfried. Michael Santor made it 5-0 by Jackson Kluchuk and Mason Waite. And then the 6-0 goal late in that second period, Zachary Falk by Reese Belton and Alec Borger. That second period wrap-up was brought to you by CM Engrave. Are you looking for trophies or medals for your next hockey tournament? Then call CM Engrave today, 204-224-2416. They got the best prices in Manitoba. Go check them out or go online at cmengrave.ca. They ship all over Manitoba. You will not be sorry you called, you searched, or you visited. Theo, 6-0, 3 in the first, 3 in the second. Same thing, foot on the gas pedal.
I think you still keep the foot on the gas pedal, but more importantly, you've got this massive lead in front of you. Take the advantage of making this almost into a practice and work on several things you want to correct that have not gone as well. I mean, the first thing they corrected was the errant passing in their own end. There weren't many passes intercepted by Pembina Valley.
Quick shot by Ethan Carroll, rebound there. Lone rebound that we've probably seen all night by Kilpatrick. He's corralled most of them, but that one bounces off his chest, falls right in front of him. And the danger was cleared out of the way. And back into the attacking zone for the Wild as Bettens throws a shot from the near side half wall there off a skate and goes behind the net of Martin Gagnon. No, we're actually going to get a goalie change here in the third. Brock Morose is in for the Pembina Valley Hawks. So 6-0 for Winnipeg. In between the second and third, we're going to get a goalie change up to the slot. Shot there by Hatley, and he scores. Nick Hatley, the captain for the Pembina Valley Hawks, gets them on the board, erases the 0, and it's 6-1 here early in the third.
Just a great shot done by Hatley. Left wide open in the slot, realizing that Kilpatrick was ready for that shot, but put it right along the ice where he needed it.
Nick Hatley is going to pick up his second goal of the year, the captain for the Pembina Valley Hawks. And like you mentioned, just before the puck drop here in the third period, the Wild just want to make sure they do everything right, stay out of the box, and 50 seconds in, they let up a goal. Not at all how they wanted to start the third, but with that 6-0 cushion that they had, maybe now they can start the third.
They need to really understand that you can't fall too far behind. Now, you're up 6-1, I get that, but you want to keep progression. You want to make sure that you don't.
It's about doing the right things.
Right, and you've lost the last two games. I mean, you don't want to fall into the same mistakes that lost you those two games. You've had a really good 40 minutes. Continue to have a strong 20 minutes to finish the game right and finish it strong. I mean, Brock Morose is a net 2-3 record, 874 save percentage. You can't fault Gagnon for much of those goals that he faced, but it's good to see the other goaltender getting some play against a top caliber second place team here in the Winnipeg Wild.
And out from the corner comes Fox. Nice job by Morose to take the puck off of him using the poke check right close into the slot. And shot there. Centering pass off the skate of Fox. And that's going to slip in the 6-4. Make it 7-1 here for Winnipeg.
Yeah, definitely not a kicking motion there. And just unfortunate had to slide right into the middle of the net for a 7-1 lead. Can't fault the Pembina Valley player. I mean, he had the body there, had the stick tied up, just got tangled in the skates. And
yeah, it was Jackson Klukchuk who I wasn't sure was trying to take a low shot on the far blocker side of Morose or a centering pass, but it hits the skate of Eric Fox and slides past Morose, who was not really ready, but no one reads for that to happen. And back comes Kaminsky there for the Pembina Valley Hawks. He throws a puck towards the net. That's off a stick and goes wide. So Klukchuk from Fox is going to be the official goal here. Face off there held by the goalie in Kilpatrick.
So far the first 2 minutes, kind of a complacent style of hockey. I mean, exchanging goals, but nonetheless, you're just not seeing the enthusiasm out of both teams right now. Maybe it's because of the score already put up on the scoreboard, but hopefully get to see some action and the emotions stay at bay and at check for the remainder of the third.
Yeah, sorry, I was had a little bit of brain freeze because the official goal call was Klukchuk from Fox, but clearly it hit the skate of Fox and went in the net. It's going to be Fox from Klukchuk.
That's why we're here to correct those things. It's Fox from Klukchuk nonetheless. It's a 7-1 game, almost 2-1 in shots here in favor of the Winnipeg Wild, and second face-off in as many seconds here in the Wild territory.
Face-off to the glove side of Kilpatrick. That's won there by the Wild. Swung around the net for Borger to his defenseman in Gottfried. Gottfried is going to go up to his winger. And long lead pass for Esteves. That's out of his reach. Back for the puck is Hatley. That's the lone goal scorer for the Pembina Valley Hawks is the captain, and Nick Hatley. Back up to center ice here. Chipped ahead by Schindel. Schindel has Sheffer with him. Stops up. Going around Gottfried trying to set it back to the point for Rose. Rose, long, high shot. That's going to go on the netting, high along the backboards and out of play.
Kept a rising and a rising. No problem for Kilpatrick to watch that go. That might have been deflected, so the faceoff's going to remain inside the Wild territory.
Faceoff does come to the glove side in the Wild territory. 7-1 here in favor of Winnipeg. Third period action along the Manitoba Sports Network. D-to-D pass for Kraus. Kraus tries to go back up to Shatsky. Shatsky does a little sauce pass up ahead to Zeremet, and Zeremet rink wide for Benedictson. Benedictson looking for a centering pass. That goes out of reach of everybody, and back the other way comes Kaminsky. Spencer Kaminsky, a little bit of room down the near side boards. Great pass to Penner off the stick there into the slot. Loose puck. Goalie's down and out, and I don't think that any of the forwards knew that Klippenstein was not in position, and the puck comes back out to the neutral zone where Noah Gertson's going to send it for Penner, and Penner goes up for Kaminsky. Kaminsky has Riley Gertson with him, but Riley that is a step offside.
Watching the Wild come in 3-2, Penner did a great job taking that trailer and then peeling off him to join the rush with his Pembina Valley forward counterparts, receiving a pass and making a great pass in front of Kilpatrick, totally confusing him there. Just didn't have a Pembina Valley player to find that loose puck to the right of him.
Face-off just outside the Winnipeg Wild zone. Won there by Winnipeg. Taken back into their own zone. And a long lead pass intended for Bettens. Doesn't go him, but the trailing pass does get to him. And back come the Wild here. On the forecheck, Mitchell Jose is going to ride Hatley into the boards, but Hatley gets it along the far side wall. Rink-wide pass intended here for Carrolls. Ethan Carrolls is going to try a centering pass. That's off a skate back out to the neutral ice where Hatley was there waiting for it. He tries to shovel it deep. Can't yet, but now Nathan Ayott's going to help him out. Ayotte back to Bazin. He shovels a shot going 5-hole, sticked into the corner by Kilpatrick, and back comes Bettens with some speed. The big power forward here for the Wild. He gets ridden out into the boards nicely there by Hatley, and off the puck is Bettens. Back the other way momentarily come the Hawks as Mason Waite does a good job to keep it in, not once, but twice, and the third time effort for the Hawks does get it out. Ayotte, he has Carrolls with him on a 2-on-1, and the pass for Sven Bazin, was just out of his reach. It rides through the crease and on into the corner. Back come the Wild here with, I believe that's Tristan Thompson. He's got 3 points in tonight's game, does Tristan Thompson, to give him a total of 25 on the year. I mean, we mentioned this beforehand. The Winnipeg Wild had 6 players going into this game scoring at a point-per-game rate. And, I mean, on a team of, 17, that's it's a high number.
You know what, and it's continued tonight. I mean, you see those 6 players definitely leading the offensive play. We have a stoppage in play here. The official got clipped here, I believe. But, I mean, the Wild just keep rolling and rolling and rolling. It's not one player, it's the next. It's not one, it's the other one. I mean, it's one of the B guys. It's, it's Gottfried's taking a shot from the point. It's coming from everywhere. And the Wild don't stop, and that's a great thing to have for a team, especially when you have a balanced attack coming from more than just one line, Rory.
Well, absolutely. It's 33%, 33.3 for any mathematicians out there that are scoring it over a point per game. Face-off just comes outside here of the Pembina Valley Hawks zone. Won there by Winnipeg. Onto the stick of Fox. He's got Kluchuk with him, but goes far side glove of the goalie in Brock Moreau's, onto the stick of Thompson. Thompson trying to shake off a checker of the Hawks. Intercepted there off the stick of Fox, and back the other way comes number 7 and Logan Rose. Rose trying a centering pass just out of the reach of Cobb. As that goes out to the half wall, stopped by one of the Wild players, gets to the blue line, does make its way past the blue line. Pembina Valley is going to have to get onside. 14:39 remaining in the third period, 7-1 in favor of the Wild. Play ensues into the corner, chipped in by Wyatt Cobb. Hard on the puck is McCarthy. He's going to shovel that a little bit deeper. Onto the loose puck is Cobb. Cobb centering pass looking for Tristan Day. That's off the skate there of the captain and Mason Waite. And back comes Waite with a D-to-D pass up for Burgeon. Burgeon's going to go headman up to Fox. Fox takes a shot, steered into the corner by Brock Moreau's. Onto the stick of Thompson. Thompson, great pass in front for Santor. Just couldn't find the handle. Again, got handcuffed right in front of the net. Good opportunity for the Wild to stretch this goal and to pad the stats. I mean, at this point, that's really all it is, changing from 7 to 8. But Moroz was right there, and Santor was a little bit handcuffed. Play ensues back into the Wild zone. Long lead pass intended for Esteves. Out of his reach, we're going to get icing here against the Wild.
You're definitely seeing the visionary positioning and the prowess of Tristan Thompson here. I mean, he finds Santor wide open in front of the net. Tape to tape. You could have put the timer on the baking there. 30 minutes or so at 350. He had all the time in the world to do what he needed to do. Just couldn't beat Brock Moroz, and great job by the netminder to stay poised and collected in the right position.
Face-off, glove side of goaltender. In Kilpatrick. Corralled behind the net. Then a breakout pass intended for Esteves. Having a little trouble are the Wild on this breakout. Back to regroup. There's Gottfried. He's going to go to Joss, and Joss up to Esteves. Esteves has a little bit of room inside and out. Nice move. But the secondary defenseman in Riley Gertson's going to step into that loose puck and chip it away from any danger. Back the other way come the Hawks. Colton Schindel trying to beat Gottfried to the puck. He does, but Gottfried puts that 6'5", 200-pound frame right in front of him. And I think number 4, yes he is, Gottfried's going to get an interference call while he put that body in front of Schindel. But, I mean, that's how you draw that penalty. Schindel moving his legs, racing, chips the puck around him, tries to get around him, and then interference is going to be the call every day of the week.
And like you said, once that puck has left that player's possession, you have to leave that player alone. And for Colton Schindel, who's the lead point getter here for the Pembina Valley Hawks with 26 points, trying to start something. You're trying to get some sort of momentum. And, I mean, Gottfried put his body in where it needs to be. Just he needed to let go a split second earlier. Maybe that penalty not called, but nonetheless, let's see if the Pembina Valley Hawks can strike on this power play. Brought to you by GT Hockey.
Pembina Valley Hawks trail the Wild 7-1. All those goals were brought to you by MyPhone, your authorized TELUS dealer in Verdon, and 2 locations in Brandon. MyPhone. Gottfried, 2 minutes for interference. Whistle blown down here.
And the officials decided to make a...
maybe touched by a high stick in the neutral zone.
I don't think so. I think that was just, they called it an icing, unfortunately. But that's okay. We all make mistakes. We're human.
Up. Play ensues here in the attacking zone for the Wild. 1 minute, 45 seconds remaining here on the power play for the Pembina Valley Hawks. And back come the Hawks here on the breakout with Logan Rose. He's going to get to the blue line, send it back in. First on the puck is Joe Kraus for the Wild. Kraus, nice outlet pass there for Benedictson, and he does the same up for Ceremet. Ceremet's going to chip it wide around the defenseman, a little out of the reach of Ceremet as he's passed it to himself off the boards. First one on it is Logan Rose, but Ceremet, good forecheck there on the penalty kill, and he's going to hold it down there, kill off some time. And back come the Hawks here with Logan Rose. Long rink-wide pass for, I believe, Allison. He just shoots that around the net. Joe Kraus, first one on there, takes a hit there from Wyatt Cobb. Cobb trying to get the puck. Zeremet's first one on it, flips it out to the blue line, gets it to the red line, and McCarthy's going to retreat into his own zone. Tries to throw a pass, sticked off the puck nicely there by Belton. Belton again is going to kill even more time here for this penalty kill.
Now, Belton and Ceremet doing a great job keeping him hemmed in there. 15, 20 seconds off the clock. He hemmed in 3 Pembina Valley Hawks there before he got into the zone.
And again, the Wild intercept the puck at the blue line, and here comes Thompson with some room. Thompson leaves it in front, just trickles almost through the 5-hole, but Moroz steers that aside. Best save of the night here for Brock Moroz, as he replaced Martin Gagnon at the beginning of this third period when it was 6-0 for the Wild. Outlet, long lead pass for Allison. He's got some room on his backhand, takes to his forehand, shovels it to the net, doesn't miss by much. Great chance there by Tyson Allison, held at the point, but I think we're going to get a penalty here coming up to Colton Schindel for a hit to the head.
I believe that's the call here. Colton Schindel went after the Wild defenseman there a little too high, getting the stick up high. Looks like he's the only player going off as well, as there's a little bit of an altercation after the whistle. But looks like it's Schindel off for 2 for head contact. Illegal head to the contact to the head.
That's going to end the penalty kill, brought to you by Ferrum Fitness in 7 seconds. And it's going to put the Wild on the power play, brought to you by GT Hockey, with minute and 53 remaining. Face-off is won by Pembina Valley, taken behind the net of Moroz, flipped out to center ice. stopped there momentarily by Borger. It does squeak by him, but Joe Kraus, his defenseman, is waiting behind him as a safety net. Does get the puck. Wild are on the power play here for GT Hockey with an outlet pass. Here comes Santor with a lot of speed. He stops up, sprays some snow on the glass, throws it back to the point for Kraus. Kraus goes back far side half wall here for Santor. Santor now drops it down for Bryant. Bryant goes back up to Kraus. Kraus D to Borger. Borger's walking it. Drops it down for Bettens. Bettens for Jost. Jost up top looking for Santor. Can't quite get him. And the puck goes all the way down the ice into the Wild zone. They're going to regroup and try it again.
Good live sticks there by the Pembina Valley defenders. They got the zone, took the seam away, got the puck down the zone.
And now comes Joe Kraus with some speed into the neutral zone. Throws it onto the stick there of Bryant. Bryant's going to shovel that down deep. First on the puck's Rose. He can't handle that, and Bryant's next on it. Back up to the point for Borger. Borger into the slot pass for Bettens. Couldn't quite handle that. Pass had some velocity on it, and back the other way comes Kaminsky. He's got a little room down the far side on his backhand. He's going to take it wide. Now here on the near side boards, Kaminsky flying around in the attacking zone is Spencer Kaminsky. Drops it to the point. Shot there by Jacob Carrolls. Not a lot of heat on that one as that hits a body. Falls along the near side boards here and passed ahead up for Kluchuk. Kluchuk tried to touch pass for Thompson. Too hot to handle for him. That goes all the way across the ice and cleared down for the Hawks. 22 seconds remaining here in this power play.
Great job by Penner here on the sideboards, taking out his player Bryant. Probably unexpected on that hit, but nonetheless, looks like the penalty kill is going to successfully take another one away from the Winnipeg Wild.
Play ensues inside the Winnipeg Wild zone. That's just about going to do it here for the power play for GT Hockey. Good penalty kill by Pembina Valley. Just remind you, penalty kill is brought to you by Ferrum Fitness. And it is expired. 36-18 are the shots on goal in favor of the Wild. 7-1 for Winnipeg.
Just a little confusion there for the Wild forwards. Fox should have got that puck in front of him to Kluchuk, so that way they stayed on side. Nonetheless, we have 2-1 in the shots here for the Wild. Just not seeing some great momentum by either team. Just, I hate to say it, but they kind of just want this third period to kind of dwindle down.
Well, 9 minutes remaining here in this third period. Sent down deep in by the Winnipeg Wild. First on it's Hatley. He's going to throw that behind his back for Logan Rose. Rose is going to chip it out for McCarthy, and out come the Hawks. They got some numbers here. McCarthy's going to take it wide. Throws it in for Klippenstein. Gets a stick on it, but just steers that puck wide of the net of Kilpatrick. Now Tristan Day is going to try to walk through the slot. Sticked off the puck there by Borger. And Thompson now with it. Flips it out to center ice. Intercepted was Hatley. Hatley's going to throw it back down into the Wild zone, where Mason Waite, the captain for the Wild, is back to corral that D-to-D pass. And now a centering breakout pass up for Kluchuk. Kluchuk's 1-on-2 alone, going to go inside two defensemen. And good defensive play by the Pembina Valley Hawks there. And back to the way comes Wyatt Cobb. Cobb stops up, finds Day in the slot, plenty of room, shovels a backhand. Great blocker save there by the goaltender in Kilpatrick. We're going to get a penalty call coming up here. Going to be a high sticking call. I think it's going to Winnipeg's Mason Waite.
They got tied up at the far side at Pembina Valley forward there, and the sticks came up a little bit, and Waite's going off for two here.
Number 18. Oh, no one's going off. They got to find the guy in the box again. And
Wrong
it's going to be
box.
number 18, Eric Fox.
Eric Fox, there it is. Wrong box, Eric.
There'd be a lot of guys in the penalty box if that was the one. If that was the correct one.
That would be
the
unfortunate.
whole team. Well, puck is won by the Pembina Valley Hawks. They go on the power play, brought to you by GT Hockey. And it's on the near side, far side half wall, pardon me. Swung around now to the near side for Jaden McCarthy. Intercepted there and cleared out of the zone to neutral ice. Is it fair to say not a lot of gusto in the feet here of the Pembina Valley Hawks being down 7-1?
I don't think it's the gusto, rather just there's no team really has the momentum that wants to do anything with the puck, without the puck. Or, I mean, the Winnipeg Wild certainly have this game in hand, but you'd like to see them practicing or working on something here. And for Pembina Valley, they should be looking at the sagging of the Wild here, because they're not really showing any. They're allowed to get to zone a whole lot easier now in the third period than they were in the first two.
Oh, that power play is negated as Jaden McCarthy is going to go off for slashing here with 7:33 remaining. So with open ice here in a 4-on-4 hockey, we might see a little more speed and some creativity being able to be brought in by both these teams.
And at the same time, you might see an end-to-ender here. They go all the way from one end 200 feet to the other. So all depends who the personnel is on the ice.
Shot from the top of the circle by Esteves. That missed high and wide of goaltender in Moroz. Slashing for Jaden McCarthy was the call here. 1 minute remaining on the Wild penalty before they go on the power play. Wraparound chance there by Tyson Penner. Stuffed by the goaltender Kilpatrick, which he'll make his 35th save of the night, does Caden Kilpatrick.
It's great to see Travis Penner still moving his legs. He only played 9 games this far. This will be a 10th game of the season. 5 goals, 1 assist. He's definitely coming around the net. Looking for Kilpatrick to be being a little slower, but nonetheless equally up to the test with Kilpatrick all game long, doing a great job for Winnipeg.
Face-off glove side of goalie Kilpatrick, won there by the Wild, swung around the boards onto the stick of Joe Krause. He has a little tough time handling that, but does get it to his defensive partner in Shatsky. Joe Krause now is going to throw one of the forecheckers into the boards before the puck. No call there. And Joe Krause going inside and out here, back and forth. Now with some speed comes Krause. Good work by the defenseman for the Wild. 4-on-4 effort. He's using his speed here, carrying the puck into the zone. It rings around the boards, and it comes back out into the Wild zone. Picked up by Shatsky. He's going to take it behind his net and set this all up again. Matt Shatsky's going to leave it there for Thompson. Thompson's going to get tripped up, and Winnipeg's going to go on the power play here. And in 14 seconds, they're going to go on a 5-on-3 power play for GT Hockey once the initial one for the Wild expires. But until then, Shatsky's going to skate it up inside the Pembina Valley Hawks zone. Shatsky gets ridden out into the boards. Pembina Valley touches the puck. The first penalty for the Wild expires, and a 5-on-3 power play for GT Hockey here for the Winnipeg Wild.
And the face-off in Pembina Valley zone. A great job by Shatsky carrying the puck up, moving it in, killing off the 4-on-4 bit. Not that it really mattered, but I mean, just again, practicing those things that you need to continually do well for the remainder of the season. It's the little things that Winnipeg is doing to really effectively stifle Pembina Valley's game plan. They haven't been able to develop any type of offense here in the third.
Face-off's won there by the Wild. Drop back to the point for Waits, dusting it off, drops it to Burgeon, down low, back to Burgeon, back to Wait, tries a centering pass into the slot. That's off the skate there of Benedictson, and corralled by the Pembina Valley Hawks and sent all the way down to the ice. 7-1 here in favor of the Winnipeg Wild at the Bell MTS Iceplex, and of course along the Manitoba Sports Network. Back the other way come the Wild, carrying up the puck. Wink wide pass for Wait with some speed. Wait centering pass. He's looking for Belton just ahead of him. Puck goes behind the net. Now back to the point. Benedictson's waiting for it. Dusts it off. Tries an intentional shot wide, looking for a redirection. And that just missed. Back to the point for Wait. Wait's got a lot of room. Takes a shot. Nicely blocked there by Logan Rose. That one's got to sing. And here comes a long lead pass for Wyatt Cobb. And again, nice defensive play by, I believe it's Burgeon, number 7, as he gets his stick on the puck first, chips it away from the breakaway for Wyatt Cobb, and then rides him hard into the boards. Back the other way comes Ceremit. 3-on-1 for the Wild. Ceremit over to Benedictson. Shot from Benedictson. Quick save right on the chest there for Brock Moroz.
Great save by Moroz, moving the puck right to left. He stayed upright, which was the good thing because he was able to make that save look extremely easy and not taking away a lot of the net against the Winnipeg Wild player. Getting a little chippy. 5 minutes left in the game. I mean, for Pembina Valley, you just got to try to save face here, try to get another 1 or 2 in the net behind Kilpatrick.
Face-off is won. Initial penalty for the Pembina Valley Hawks expires. 45 seconds here remaining on the second one. So 5-on-4 action. Penalty kills brought to you by Ferrum Fitness. Back down low for Jose. Jose sends a slap shot from the top of the circle onto the goalie in Gagnon. He gloves that, bounces out of his catcher, but does get cleared all the way down the ice. Winnipeg goes back to regroup. Just under 5 minutes remaining here in the third period. 7-1 in favor of the Wild. Play ensues into the neutral zone. Sticked off the puck, and back come the Hawks. They're just going to send it all the way down the ice, right behind the net of Kilpatrick. Back to corral. That one is Gottfried. Gottfried's going to go far side boards here for Jose. That's too far ahead of him, but back coming on the defensive end is Borger. Borger's going to swing that around the boards. Out of his net is Morose with a lot of Winnipeg Wild out there to play it. Morose gets back into position, and out coming along the near side boards here is Penner looking for Kaminsky out of his reach. Going to go all the way down the ice. Out of his net to negate the icing is Kilpatrick. Nice move there by Kyle Bettens to sidestep the check of Penner, and now comes Falk. Falk was looking on a 2-on-1 and lost the puck as his head was up, maybe looking for a fake shot or a pass, but the puck hops over his stick. Shot there by Riley Gertzen off the shin pads of Esteves. And puck ensues inside the Winnipeg Wild zone behind the net of Kilpatrick. Comes out to the near side boards for Esteves. Onto the stick of Falk, and back the other way come the Wild. And onto the stick of Esteves. Slot pass for Santor. He doesn't miss by much on that shot, as he just missed the net blocker side of Morose. Going to get a face-off here.
We also have 6. Oh, that's right. We got the power play. My bad. I thought we had 6 forwards there for a second.
Oh, there is 6 forwards.
But we didn't have a goalie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
That would be why.
All right.
Delayed
penalty call there. We kind of lost that one. Sorry, fans. But, yeah, Falk was just... He had probably 7 different thoughts going through his head in the last 2-on-1. And
that's going to be the end of the night here for Travis Penner, as the Winnipeg Wild are going to go back on the power play here for GT Hockey. Travis Penner, might have ran his mouth a little too much at the end there. Probably took a 2-minute penalty. They gave him the extra 2 with 3:21 remaining. That's going to do it for him.
The early shower penalty is what I like to call that one, but unfortunate because he was probably one of the only players for Pembina Valley that was actually skating both ends of the rink, hitting the body, using the body well, staying defensive side. And I mean, he hasn't played many games thus far this year. Nonetheless, he gets to go home early, or he gets to sit down early. Gets the 2, probably the 10. Back on the power play of the Winnipeg Wild here.
I'll wait for the official call to clear up this penalty taken by Travis Penner of the Pembina Valley Hawks. Hawks do win the faceoff, do get to center, clear it all the way down into the Winnipeg Wild zone. 2 minutes for slashing and the 10-minute misconduct, like you mentioned. So Penner's going to be done for the night. Play ensues behind the net of Kilpatrick, corralled by the defenseman there for the Wild. And Borger, he's going to wait up and swing around the net is Falk. Stops up, big clean hit there by Colton Schindel. Takes the puck, now has a little bit of room. Puck falls onto goalie Kilpatrick, but Colton Schindel absolutely stepped up and rocked Zachary Falk. Clean hit, mind you.
Very clean, very nice to see. Good open ice hit. Just after the hit, could have been even that much better if he took that puck into the net and found the twine, though.
Penalty kill here for Pembina Valley Hawks is brought to you by Ferrum Fitness. Minute and 26 remaining on that penalty for the Hawks. Face-off won by the Wild. Glove side there of Kilpatrick. It's taken behind the net by Burgeon. He's going to go near side boards here for Waite. Waite with a lot of speed. The big defenseman, captain for the Wild. He's going to take it down low, gets muscled off the puck. Puck comes back to the point, stopped by Burgeon. He sends it right back in around the net where Kluchuk's waiting for it. Kluchuk's going to whip it around the boards here to the point for Waite. Waite drops it low for Thompson. Thompson whistles a shot, nicely blocked in front by Klippenstein. But Thompson's hard on the puck down low into the slot. Chance for the Wild there, but Pembina Valley closes on, I believe it was Fox quickly. Puck does get out of the blue line. Winnipeg Wild are going to have to do it all over again with Burgeon skating up. He's going to take this one in and leave it for Fox. Fox sidesteps the check, tries to get to the net. Clearing attempt there by the Hawks is off the skate of Burgeon. Back down low. The second attempt for the Hawks does get all the way down the ice. 30 seconds remaining in this power play for the Wild. Minute and 50 remaining in the game.
Yeah, we're seeing Pembina Valley try to do something they haven't done, and that's put a little pressure on the penalty kill, but it's leaving a lot of ice wide open for Winnipeg here. Minute 38 left.
Shot from the point there from Gottfried, steered aside by Morose. Right pad save for Brock Morose. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Waiting for that one's Kluchuk. He spins and passes that rink wide to the defenseman in Borger. Borger goes back to Gottfried. Minute and 20 now remaining here in this third period, and a 7-1 lead for the Winnipeg Wild. A really emphatic lead, and will be an emphatic victory to, not only stay near the top, but really, send a message to Brandon and everyone else that's near the Wild that they're for real, man.
They've definitely separated themselves from the lower echelon of teams here. You look at Brandon, you look at Winnipeg. Both those teams are doing exceptionally well in league standings thus far, and Winnipeg has definitely started to click again after losing 2.
Luke Ceremit gets the puck back to Gottfried. Gottfried shovels that back down low. We're in the final minute here of the third period. Shot from just outside the slot by, I believe it was Mitchell Joss, right on the crest of Brock Morose. Makes one of his nicer saves of the campaign. 36.4 remaining in the third period.
Exactly, you put it there. One of the nicer saves. Brock Morose certainly not as busy as his counterpart Gagnon in the first 2 periods, and outside of that one little trickler that went in, he's played pretty well here in the third period.
Face off inside the Pembina Valley Hawks zone. Puck controlled by the Wild behind the net of Morose. Trying to shovel it out in front was Kluchuk. Couldn't quite get the handle of that one. Now he does. Sticked aside and cleared back into the corner by Morose. High off the glass. It does get past Gottfried. Now it's going to fall into center ice. 10 seconds remaining here in the first period. The Wild send it back in. Don't touch the puck. They stay onside. And the Hawks are going to send this back to center ice. That's just about going to do it here tonight. The Winnipeg Wild pull an impressive 7-1 victory over the Pembina Valley Hawks here tonight at Bell MTS Iceplex. Theo, I'm not sure where you want to start. Do you want to start with the Wild or the Hawks? I mean, the last time these guys met, it was 4-3 in overtime. So this is, by all means, not the hockey that the Hawks wanted to play.
Certainly not the type of effort you want to give to a team, especially when you know that you're playing a team that's lost 2 of their last games, thinking you may take advantage of them because they haven't really played their best hockey in front of them yet. I mean, Pembina Valley came in strong the first 20 minutes of the period here. First period looked pretty decent, only down 3, but they were skating well. They were moving the puck well. They were taking advantage of some of the loose passes that Winnipeg was making, especially in their own end. Kilpatrick staying tall, standing tall, making those key saves with the pad, staying strong along the ice. And from then on, it was Winnipeg Wild just building the momentum through the second and into the third. I mean, the third period, you really can't say it was a victory or a defeat for either team. It was a 1-1 period. Shots were pretty similar, but, I mean, the effort from both teams certainly wasn't the same as compared in the first 40 minutes of the game. If you had to look at stars of the game, we could probably pick 2 or 3, certainly from the Wild. It's just really unfortunate that Pembina Valley just couldn't muster up any type of continuous momentum on offense. The good thing about each team was they were equal on the penalty kill. I don't think we had any power play goals today, did we, Roy?
If I double check, everything was even strength here tonight.
So everything's good on that side for both teams. So there's a plus on both sides. But if you had to pick 3 players, I mean, the player of the game we talked about at the beginning of the game was my boy, 6'5", number 4, Ryan Gottfried. I mean, had a goal, an assist, a penalty. If you had a fight, you would have the Gordie Howe hat trick.
Well, we will be right back. We're going to take a quick 30-second time out here, but we will come back with our 3 stars, our player of the game, and everything else. Our scoring summary wrap-up. 7-1 was the final score, so stay around here for the 3-star selection, the player of the game, the scoring summary, along the Manitoba Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Melanie from Melanie Bond in Athletic Therapy. I deal with rehab here, and one of the treatments that I use is massage, some mobilizations, and there are many other techniques that I take care of to help heal injuries.
I treat sports injuries, workplace injuries, motor vehicle accident injuries, and I direct bill to MPI, WCB, and other third-party insurers. Thank you. Come see us.
Want a career in the salon industry but have no experience? Aveda Institute's program is designed to provide aspiring stylists with the solid technical foundations and business tools to achieve your success. With our in-house store and salon, knowledgeable educators, 95% placement, and our 9-month course, we will have you prepared for the demands of the industry. Now accepting applications for our January class, Aveda Institute Winnipeg, Hair School, the way it should be. See us today.
All right, welcome back here to the Bell MTS Iceplex. Rory McGorn alongside Theo Tutkaluk. We had 8 goals in here, so we're going to try to break them all down quickly for you. Big scoring summary. First period opened up very quickly, 46 seconds into the game. Jackson Kluchuk from Matt Shatsky and Eric Fox. Then at 5:22, Tristan Thompson assisted, lone assist there by the captain, Mason Waite, to make it 2-0 Winnipeg. Late in the first period, Ryan Gottfried, the big 6'5" defenseman for Winnipeg, makes it 3-0, assisted by Jackson Kluchuk and Tristan Thompson. That would do it for the first period. The Zambonis would flood the ice. They'd come back out. Same story for the Winnipeg Wild. 3 more goals in the second. The first one being Eric Fox from Tristan Thompson and Ryan Gottfried again. The fifth goal of the game, second to that period by Michael Santor, by Jackson Kluchuk and Mason Waite. And the sixth goal to make it 6-0 for Winnipeg was Zachary Falk by Reese Belton and Alec Borger. 40 minutes down, 6-0 in favor of Winnipeg. Teams would come back out in the third where a lot of the, I know I said gusto from both teams, but with a team that scores a lot like the Winnipeg Wild do, and they don't let in a lot of goals, we could fair to say that it was pretty much wrapped up after 40 minutes, but Nicholas Hatley would break that shutout that was held by Kilpatrick at 49 seconds into the third period, unassisted by the captain Hatley to make it 6-1. And then the icing on the cake was the Winnipeg Wild at 1:37, the seventh goal of the game for them, Eric Fox by Jackson Kluchuk and Tristan Thompson. So Theo, 7-1 for the Winnipeg Wild. Clean sweep for the 3 stars. Third star goes to Mason Waite, the captain. 2 points, but you could just see he imposes his speed and his power, and not only that, but his vision, and that's why he's the captain and he's the leader of that back end.
Without question, the leader of this Winnipeg Wild team, leading by example. You talked about poise, you talked about speed, you talked about power. His size and his ability to take the open ice and use it to his advantage, it allowed all the Winnipeg Wild players around him to find seams that he could make those passes. 3 points on the night, I believe. Fantastic job by the captain. Well done getting his team back in the W column.
Second star is going to go to number 10 in Jackson Kluchuk. Kluchuk's played 19 games, has 7 points throughout those 19 games. 4 points tonight for Jackson Kluchuk.
Coming out party for Jackson Kluchuk, realizing, hey, you know what, I might not be the biggest guy out there, but I'm going to play with the biggest heart. Certainly did that with 4-point outing tonight. His speed, he was fast, he was crafty. He was a little guy doing the best things he can out there. He was just like a little wasp, a little bumblebee, zooming in and out, doing what he did best. 4 points, great job, especially on that pass to Santolf for that 2-on-1 goal that we thought Gagnon saved, but it did trickle in, and it was one of the great goals we saw in the second period.
And first star, I mean, it's tough to beat a 4-point effort from Jackson Kluchuk, but Mad Max did himself. Number 8, Tristan Thompson, 4-point effort. I'm not sure really what separated them from being first or second. You could have went either way, but Thompson, I mean, silky mitts on number 8 for the Winnipeg Wild.
Dangles, silky, cheeky, all above. I mean, Tristan Thompson, just a great job at the puck on every single facet of the game. In the neutral zone, making the heads-up play, making the ice wide. In the defensive zone, supporting his defenseman, coming back a little bit deeper when needed, so it makes that defense to winger pass a whole lot easier. And, hey, what can you say about that second goal? I mean, a lot of people give Datsuk and, Forsberg the credit for those one-hander commanders, but it was actually my boy Turcotte that actually did it first back in 91 with the Whalers. If you want to check it out, do that on YouTube. But it was gorgeous. Great job. Great set of mitts by Tristan Thompson. Our first star of the night. 42-22 on shots. I mean, you clearly can see, Roy, which team had the upper advantage throughout the 60 minutes. And you almost looked like Pembina Valley was trying to just take something out of the sails of the Winnipeg Wild team by looking at some sort of the mistakes that they were making. Unfortunately, they could not muster any type of offense on any mistake that they made, except for the one goal by Hatley, first minute of the third.
Third star, Mason Waite. Second star, Jackson Kluchuk. First star, Tristan Thompson. A clean sweep, and rightfully so for the Winnipeg Wild as they go on to beat the Pembina Valley Hawks 7-1, improve their record to 19-2-2. Meanwhile, Pembina Valley Hawks, who are in 6th place, still head of that playoff line, will fall to 12-9-2, so still above 500. Just maybe not the effort that they wanted tonight against a powerhouse. I mean, them and Brandon, 1-2 in the league, so. But they'll get back to the drawing board and look for positive things to pull out of this game whenever they can.
No question. Like you said, they're 22, 23 games in. There's about half of the season left to go. You certainly aren't throwing the white towel in, but you also have to understand that there are things that need to be performed better and things that definitely can be worked on the ice, off the ice, composure, emotion, all the above. I mean, This Pembina Valley team does have talent. Let's make no mistake about it. They've got great goaltending. They've got great goal scorers. They just fought a team that was that much better. The cream above the milk, the cherry on the top, if you want to call it, in the Winnipeg Wild. And it shows how great of a team has progressed since their last meeting in October.
Yeah, the defending champion Winnipeg Wilds pretty much say why they were the defending champions, and they're going to look to repeat here in the 2017-2018 season of Manitoba Midget AAA Hockey. Just want to remind you, tonight's game was brought to you by Aveda Institute. And we want to thank all our sponsors for riding with us along the Manitoba Sports Network. 7-1 the final. Winnipeg wins over the Pembina Valley Hawks for Rory McGoran and Theo Tutkaluk. It's a mouthful sometimes, Theo. You understand.
I do.
Along the Manitoba Sports Network here at the Bell MTI Iceplex, we sign it off for tonight. And we will hope to hear from you soon.
Good night. Take care. Be safe.
Want a career in the salon industry but have no experience? Aveda Institute's program is designed to provide aspiring stylists with the solid technical foundations and business tools to achieve your success. With our in-house store and salon, knowledgeable educators, 95% placement, and our 9-month course, we will have you prepared for the demands of the industry. Now accepting applications for our January class, Aveda Institute Winnipeg. Hair school, the way it should be. See us today.